a warning?
Ain't nothing to worry about.
I'm worried that you work in an office, have children, celebrate wedding anniversaries. The world of heterosexual is a sick and boring life.
She was a fugitive to the police, a sensation to the media, and a symbol of courage to young people everywhere to fight for what's right.
Where is she? Everywhere.
The Legend of Billie Jean, directed by Matthew Robbins, featuring Pat Benatar's hit song Invincible, rated PG-13. Starts Friday at a theater near you.
Listeners, welcome back to the program. Oh, goodness.
It's a really good song.
This is a really good song. Like, this song has always been in heavy rotation in all of my 5 CD changer.
Is it my
all the way
favorite
back in the
Pat
day.
Benatar song? I don't know, but she has a lot of good ones, though.
I mean, it's up there. It's up there. And not for nothing, this movie is packed with good songs.
Yeah.
I'm very excited that we got to this. I have not seen this movie in a long time, but I'm so happy that we rewatched it. It's celebrating a, 40th anniversary.
Oh, this is an anniversary movie. I didn't even think of that.
40th anniversary this year. Holy cow, I can't believe it. Thank you so much to our amazing guests for bringing it to our attention. My name is Pete.
And I'm Scott.
And these are the movies
that made us gay.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show. Jesse from Cult Cinema Circle.
Jesse,
welcome back on. It's been a while.
Welcome.
It has been a minute, so much so. And, you know, I am a loyal listener of you guys. I still love listening to your content. And, you know, I'm happy to be back, like, for sure. And, you know, as we already know, fair is fair after all. You know?
I mean,
so
fair's
come on.
fair. And that is the theme of this week's show. Like, yeah. Let me just say this. This is jumping way ahead really, really early on. But all that merch, all the fairs, and the posters.
I'll take one of each.
I will take it all. Like, come on, Mr. Pyatt. Here is my debit card and my PIN number.
I need a Billie Jean t-shirt to work out with at the gym.
I want the poster with the bullseye, like all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
and then you have to burn it afterwards.
Well, yeah. Ceremoniously burning everything. But also her, like... her cool little bathing suit with the, like, cut off, like, ribbed. I mean, you can't say wife bleeper anymore. That's bad. But,
right.
You know, the gray cut off top, bathing suit. Oh, my God. This movie is fashion. And
I know, right?
I think we're all here for it.
There's a number of looks that I would toot in this movie.
Oh, this entire movie is a toot, first of all. But, Scott, let's talk about what we watched.
We watched The Legend of Billie Jean, directed by Matthew Robbins, written by Lawrence Connor and Mark Rosenthal, released July 19th, 1985. The summer of 1985 anniversary. I didn't even think of that when we were watching this movie, that it's the 40-year anniversary. Yeah. But the summer that this came out, holy shit. Some bangers. The summer of The Goonies, Back to the Future, Fright Night, Weird Science, Teen Wolf, Mad Max, Beyond the Thunderdome, View to a Kill, Return of the Living Dead, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, European Vacation. They just keep going on and on.
Absolutely.
Not to mention Red Sonja.
Oh yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, what a movie season. Like, there was something there for everybody.
It was, and it's also why this movie probably got overlooked in a way too, unfortunately. But again, bangers.
This is true. And Jesse, you earlier this year, when it actually did celebrate its the date of its theatrical release, right? When was that? That was back in
July.
A couple weeks ago.
July. Oh, okay, so
fairly recent.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah. I mean, you said earlier that you didn't grow up on this movie.
No, not at all. Okay. Because this was something where it wouldn't have been something that I would have seen. Right. And also because Miss Pat Benatar, it was a little kind of a reason that this movie wasn't really on home video like that.
Was there soundtrack issues here?
I think so, which is why it never really got much of a big like home video release until recently.
Yeah. Oh, how
within
about
a few
that?
years.
How
That's what
about
I've
that?
heard, at least.
And sometimes availability for stuff like that comes and goes. That it was probably available
Right.
at some point in the 2000s, and then contracts
or on
expire.
HBO back
Yeah.
in the day, and then like people are like, "Oh, I fucking love this movie," but then you don't see it forever.
Yeah,
So the way
totally.
I knew about it was, as we all know, being people in the 2000s and watching VH1 for maybe the trash television, perhaps,
Yeah.
but also for the I Love the series.
We listen.
Listen.
We watch I Love VH1 on YouTube.
We were just watching it this week.
1,000%.
all
Oh my
the
God,
time.
yes.
We are
Amazing.
Lonnie Love. I mean, Chris
All of them.
Jericho.
The whole of the state. pretty
Donald
much.
Logue.
Yeah.
All.
I
of
just
that-
view them
Michael
all
Lee-
as my social studies teachers of the 2000s,
Yeah.
teaching us
1,000%.
important pop culture
Yeah.
events, movies, and music.
Right.
Yeah, listeners,
And-
if you're not
right.
aware, you can go to YouTube right now and just put in
They're all there.
I love 70s, 80s, 90s. It's all there in full, and it's just some poor soul out there ripped their old VHS
Doing the Lord's
copy.
work.
Yeah,
Love
and it's
it.
there for us to enjoy.
Yeah, and that's how I found this movie. It was on I Love the 80s Part 3 or something like that, because they have different volumes.
3D.
And yeah, 3D. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And and it was just like people talking about like for some reason Will Wheaton was into this, like, which fair enough, good for him.
Yeah.
But like people talking about like how she cut her hair, and like it's the whole thing of like $608 and all this sort of stuff. But I think that's how I became familiar with it. Right. I was
right.
kind of like, oh, okay, like,
Yeah.
I knew of that. I did not know who the hell Helen Slater was. I'm sorry to say.
You did not grow up on Supergirl.
No.
That's okay.
So I wasn't like familiar with her like that.
Right.
But it was definitely something where I'm like, well, I remember that movie kind of, or like, oh, I think I heard about it on that VH1 thing before, but like, I've never actually seen it. What the hell is this movie even about? And when I actually pulled up on it, because there was another podcast that covered it, This Ends at Prom, shout out. They covered it last year, I think. And I was like, well, let me watch The Legend of Billie Jean, because I never fucking seen it. Like, and why not? And then actually watching it, I was like, oh no, this movie is actually really good.
Yeah.
Number one. And also like, it's queer as hell in a way. We can get
Absolutely,
into it.
yeah.
But it also I think it has a really cool message to it. I also think like, and we'll talk more about this, I'm sure, it holds up ridiculously well. And that is a feat for some of these 80s movies, man. And as you've done on your show plenty of times, it's like, that does not always happen. But this one, I'm like, yeah, no notes. Like, not a whole lot of notes from me. I don't know, but
No,
that's what I think.
You're right. This movie absolutely slaps. And it's interesting that I think this movie had a kind of like reputation for not being great or not being high quality for a long time. And
Or maybe it's so bad it's good quality about
kind
it.
of,
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I don't even
absolutely.
get that now.
No.
I just think this is a really fun 80s movie.
I
and
think it's a pretty solid script, too.
I would agree. Yeah.
And she's
like,
so
people-
good.
Yeah.
Helen
Well,
Slater
people could
is
also
so
say people could say that Helen Slater also has maybe a limited range, perhaps. But I'm also like, sure. But also, I'm like, I think I've never seen Supergirl, so you tell me. I mean, I really liked her in this. I thought she really embodied the character, in my opinion, where I can believe her, like,
Right.
completely.
I mean,
and
Supergirl at this point is more of like a camp kind of thing. And that script really is going to handicap anybody. I mean, unless you're like Faye Dunaway and Brenda Vaccaro. So I think Helen Slater's performance in that, that script is crazy.
Right.
But, and I mean, even in this movie, yes, it starts off in Corpus Christi, Texas, and
Texas cinema.
and the two of them sound like they are straight out of like the Ozarks or the Appalachia. Right. You know, these accents do not quite match where they're from. They're kids. You know, Christian Slater
He was 16 years old when he filmed this
16
movie.
when it released. I think he was 15 when he shot it.
Sure, yeah.
yeah, he's a baby.
Yeah.
Shot in 85.
So,
yeah.
I mean, they're kids doing accent
Or 84
work,
probably, yeah.
You know, so it's like you kind of give him a pass on that one. But I think for the most part, yeah, I think she's doing great work. Christian's, you know, he's playing a teenager, you know, but he's playing like a real teenager. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
not
80s teenager.
no, or even
Yeah,
just like a TV show where these
Right. He's not Michael J. Fox. Not no shade, but it's not the same. Like,
right.
It's not.
He's playing,
and then he goes off and is JD and Heathers. He's in Free with the Vampire. Like, there's a reason for that.
Totally.
So yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear something?
Say it.
So I had always assumed that I had seen this movie because I definitely grew up remember seeing the poster of it. But maybe this is one of those movies where you have more of a relationship with a title of a movie, movies that exist to you only in a title. And I swear I had seen this movie, that we had watched it at some point in college. A friend showed it to me, watched it growing up, but watching it this afternoon, I don't think I have ever seen this movie. It's one of those things that I have a memory that I must have watched it somewhere. Sure, it's The Legend of Billie Jean. I love that movie.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually seen this movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's funny how stuff like that works.
I saw this movie when I was a kid. When I was really young, probably around 10 years old, my cousin Michelle, who is about a year older than me, 2 years younger than my sister, who I always thought was really cool, we went to go visit her at her house, and she was like, let's watch this movie. And me and my sister are like, we had never heard of it. Like, we had it, she had it on tape for us to watch at home, but we were like, when did this come out? And we were not like, oh, we don't follow. We were kids who were at the movies all the time. My dad took us to the movies every weekend. We saw everything in the theater, and I have vivid memories.
You're an LA kid, obviously.
Yeah. But my cousin Michelle is like, let's watch The Legend of Billie Jean. And me and Amy look at each other like, what in the hell are you
Like the Michael
talking
Jackson
about?
song?
Yeah.
Right. Or like, is this about Billie Jean King, bitch?
Is this about the tennis player?
Yeah.
Lesbian tennis player?
Yeah.
What?
And my cousin, I could tell she's super into it, like she's just like, when you're a kid, you want to show your friends and your family this movie. Let's watch this
1,000%.
movie. Look at watching them as they're watching it. And I remember just being like, oh my God, this is fucking cool. Like, half of it's in the mall, which I'm all about. Like, the scooter I was in love with, like, from the jump. And yeah, so I had seen it then. I fell in love with it. I think Scott, Supergirl was the year before. So I'm pretty sure I knew her from that because
84.
I also have memories of seeing Supergirl in the theater. So, I knew who she was. Kind of obsessed with Yardley Smith right off the bat. The crazy, crazy girl in the back
so
seat
good,
screaming.
No, it's the trifecta of her in this, Heaven Help Us, and also Maximum Overdrive.
I was going to say Maximum Overdrive. If you're going to,
oh my God,
Yardley in the backseat of a car cinema.
Oh my God, amazing. Like, oh yeah. Heaven help us, she plays like the friend of a friend, so yeah. Oh my God, you guys should, have you watched Heaven Help Us ever? I just watched it this month. Check it out. It's on HBO if you have that. It's like baby Mary Stuart Masterson, baby Andrew McCarthy at a Catholic school. Pete, I know you like Catholic school stuff. Hey, so, hit it up, man. But Yardley Smith is in it, and she plays like the friend of one of the girls or something. I don't remember. But yeah, shout out to Heaven Help Us, everybody. I don't know.
Right.
That's just me.
I also think peak Yardley Smith cinema is City Slickers.
Yeah.
Which,
sure. I'm 20.
I'm 20.
Also,
which, by
starring
the way,
Helen Slater. Isn't she Billy Crystal's wife in that movie?
No, not his wife.
Isn't she someone's wife in City Slickers?
She's on the ranch.
She's on the ranch. Yeah. Okay.
And they all fall in love with her because she's fucking Helen Slater. Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That bass.
In this movie. And how about, so let's just break it down. Helen Slater and Christian Slater starring in a movie together as brother and sister.
Yes.
No relation.
A bleached out Helen.
A bleached out
Christian Slater.
Yeah. But I feel like the blonde works.
I think at first I thought it was a little crazy, but then I got used to it pretty fast.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
And like, it doesn't look crunchy, and it doesn't look, it's not like, obviously, like, they're not going for platinum. They're going to make it look like it's his real hair.
Well,
so
also, Christian has probably light brown hair, so they could probably take it down some shades pretty easy.
Well, yeah, they dye it black and heathers.
Yeah.
It's dyed black and heathers.
100%.
Yeah. And like I said, it's set in Corpus Christi, but the two of them are out there sounding like country. I know people in Texas do have accents, but this accent is wild. The two.
Sure.
Also, Texas is massive, so it probably just depends on
Regional,
what area of the state you're in.
Yeah.
Right.
And I feel like Christian's is kind of in and out. Like half the time, he doesn't even really have an accent anymore.
Because that boy is from New York, I think. His mom was a big old casting director in New York. Man.
Totally.
Come on.
And, Scott was mentioning, like, the two of them, they live at this trailer park, and I think, like, Billie Jean is kind of portrayed at the beginning of this movie a little, like, not a waif, but, she wears, like, floral dresses and has, like, the one braid in her hair.
She's kind of the hippie kid.
Yeah. Very hippie.
Mm-hmm. Pretty girl, but, like, I don't know if she was, like, the popular girl. Pretty girl, but, like, not the popular chick, though. I don't know about that.
Right. But she's, like, taking off her top, like, right there, like, in her little yard, like, to change her clothes, because was she washing clothes or something at the beginning? And
I don't think she thinks she's sexy. That's what's cool about her.
Yes.
She is not somebody who is like, look how hot I am.
Effortlessly cool.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Effortlessly cool and effortlessly gorgeous.
Yeah,
absolutely. And that's what it is that she didn't strike me as the popular chick in school, right? But she strikes me as just like, no, she's just effortlessly like that. Like, this is just that. She doesn't have to try, which is great.
Yeah, totally. And I feel like you kind of really get that right off the bat from this character. Mm-hmm. Like, just a couple of quick setups of her and, her brother, who has this fucking cherry Honda Elite scooter, right? Brand new. And he, like we said, this is a 15-year-old kid, 16-year-old kid.
It's a nice bike.
This is a nice bike. I mean, granted, in 1984, it's not going to cost like thousands of dollars. Well, maybe it would. I don't know. Like,
maybe
I'd have to Google it, but maybe around $1,200. But in 1985 money, this is not a cheap bike. This is and it requires a license plate. This is not like a Razor scooter.
You can drive it on the highway.
This isn't a toy. You has a license plate. It has like it is a vehicle for the road that is legal. And so it's kind of interesting that it's like the mom's just like, I'm glad it's gone. But, when they're both riding it around with no helmet and she jumps on the back and they're just like going to the going to the corner store to get ice cream.
It's 1985.
Yeah.
We don't need helmets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Love it.
But it's just so funny that the entirety of this movie, this like statewide, run from the cops and that we're fugitives and all this crazy story, it just stems from like this one bike getting beat up under $700, $650,
$608.
$608, yeah, so barely $600.
Grand scheme of that of the asshole store owner, is that even a lot of money? Of what they want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. He's just being a bitch to be a bitch.
Yeah, he's just being an absolute horrible dick.
But it's just crazy that it all just stems from this, but it just keeps coming back to like, it's just fair is fair, man. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, that's all she wants. She's just like, just give us the fucking money.
Yeah.
And an apology, right? But immediately the first couple of things that we see is like beautiful Helen Slater, like little Christian. And then we see Hubie and his friends and these like shorts and like these kids are barely wearing.
I kind of like the short shorts though.
No, the short shorts are great.
They're pretty cool.
I can't deny it either.
Yeah, no, they're great. I'm not saying,
but like the classic '80s asshole kids,
100%.
Rich kids.
That's the big kicker for me. Yes.
I thought that you were going to mention, Pete, about the trailer park, which I guess that us as the viewers are supposed to maybe be judging them because, they live in a trailer park. But I don't know. I watch this now and I'm like, I think it looks kind of cool. I'd live there. I live there now.
Oh my God. Yeah, absolutely. In this economy, girl, like, come on now. Yes. As somebody who lived in a trailer park for at least a good 4 years in their youth, like, yes, there is that thing. And I think maybe that's why I care about this movie in a way, or why I like it a lot, is because the thing for me is that, like, it doesn't even matter for fucking Hubie. He doesn't even fucking think about it at all. Like when he fucks that bike up or any of this shit, because it doesn't even mean anything to him. Whereas with the Davies, like their father passed away. Also, my dad passed away too when I was young. But like, you know, having like the he had the insurance money is what bought that bike.
Yeah.
So that's why it's important, and why when Hubie decided to be an asshole and destroy it. Now, granted, Banks should have gone after him and like tried to fight him like that. That's kind of a dumb thing to do, but you're defending your honor. I get it, but you still got your ass rocked and you got your bike fucked up. But I get the vision though. I get it.
Yeah.
But it's one of these things where, but it didn't even matter to him. But for somebody, you know, when I think of it, like, yes, your father passed away. Your mom is now a single mom. I know for myself, not to be super vulnerable, but like when my dad died, like we had like help from, you know, the child support or whatever, where we'd get a check every so often, every month. We all know, like, when you have that kind of a thing, when you up to your 18, like you get assistance sometimes like that in situations like that. And so, but it didn't even fucking matter to Hubie, which is why he did that. And then it doesn't surprise me that his fucking dad is the same fucking way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, anyway,
dad's just
sorry,
a prick
soapbox,
too.
but yes.
No. And the thing is, like, I keep bringing it back to the money because I'm just like, because I have a motor scooter, which is my primary.
I was going to say,
I know you do.
I was going to say this story plot. You're very triggered.
This is a primary mode
of when something happens to a bike,
and I had one that was stolen, just completely.
Yes, you
stolen
did. You put
from
that on
me,
Insta,
and that was terrible. But you know, it's like I said, this is a vehicle. This is a big purchase. I just looked it up. In 1985, a brand new Honda Elite would go for anywhere from $800 to $1,000, which adjusted for inflation today is about $2,500.
Yeah.
Which is still cheap. Now, if you want to buy a brand new Honda motor scooter today, they don't make the Elite anymore, which they should because it's
a pretty cool bike.
Pretty cool.
I would say if you were to buy a nice Honda Elite now, that is a 1985 Honda Elite, if it's in good condition, you're still probably going to pay about $2,000 for it. Today. And if you're going to get a brand new Honda scooter, they just look like little Vespas. Those run about $4,500.
Right.
You know? So it's like you can go to the cops and just be like, bro, this dude like vandalized my property.
Right.
And boom. Right? That I don't know what a felony is, but isn't it about $4,000?
Somewhere.
So it's like there are avenues to take, but when you're a kid and when it means something to you like that, and when it is this idea of like this was like insurance money from her father and blah blah, this is maybe the only thing that
this was like your purchase
that Binks has like to tie himself to him. You know, it's like, maybe I'm going to go out and get some street justice.
Yeah, sure.
But also, you're 15. You're a little squirt. Like Christian is like does not look like a big kid at this point. He's probably like 105, like soaking wet, right?
Right.
And these are grown ass boys. Like they look like college kids.
They're built. Like, exactly.
So I'm like, and also they beat the shit out of him. Like he is roughed up.
He's rough.
When she sees him back later on, it's like, oh damn, what did they do?
Blood on his pillow and all the things. Right.
Crazy. But it's interesting that throughout, like even at that point, I mean, she does try to go to the police, right? And the police don't take her seriously. She's a girl. Like biggest offense for her to walk right in.
Right.
You know,
God forbid I want some help.
Without a man or an adult or something. She's just like, I'm a girl, I'm a kid. And so, no, I'm not going to believe you. And I'm going to say, oh, boys will be boys. Let's wait 2 days. Fuck you, bro. 2 days. I know he's got
Peter
it.
Coyote?
I know where it is. Let's go now.
I did like when stuff starts escalating, the Peter Coyote character was like, all right, that might be on me.
Right.
Maybe we actually should have gone immediately.
Right. We should have done something.
Yeah. No, and then, like, because I haven't seen this in a while, you know, when she does go to Hubie's, like, dad's shop, right? Which, is Corpus Christi on the? I mean, I'm sorry, call me an idiot. Is it on the Gulf of Mexico? This says surf shop. What are they surfing? Is it a lake? Can you surf a lake? What is this shop? Because he had like coral and shit. Like the customers in the shop had like pieces of coral. It looked like a sea shanty. I don't know where
it's
they
like
are.
A beachish.
I mean,
or it's
yeah.
like a
I mean,
beach-ish town.
Corpus Christi is on the coast.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
right. So it is in the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
Right.
Perfect.
So there's
I love
beaches
it.
people are traveling to, and that's probably what
All right,
he
work.
has.
Okay, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Call me an idiot. I've never read McBitch. So when she goes, I mean, she's essentially, she's trying to get her street justice, right? I've got an estimate, whatever. Again, I'm saying she should have gone to the cops. But like all this stuff is leading up, and I'm like, oh man, okay, I haven't seen this movie in a while, but this is where like the shit's gonna hit the fan, and they're gonna have to go on the run, and like, oh man, they're gonna kill this guy. I forgot how they kill this guy. Man, he got shot in the arm. This is like,
right in the shoulder.
This is some like, I'm not even gonna say some staged. Oh my god! But yeah, I was like, "Damn!" Again, this whole Odyssey is about $600 and a flesh wound. Damn,
right?
It's really about the principle, though.
Yeah,
it's about the principle, and I also think like one of the things I kind of think of too is that like Binks does what he does because he was trying to defend his sister's honor, right? And that was the reason. And for Helen Slater's character, for Billie Jean, like, I'm not a woman, neither are you guys, but like the thing is that as somebody who's been raised by women and all the things and having girlfriends and everything, it's one of these things where it's like, you know, that's just how you work in the world. That's how you move through the world. Yeah. So for Billie Jean, she's just like, you know, Hebe Pyatt is just like an idiot. Like he's an asshole. Like she doesn't even think anything of it because that's just how you move through the world as a woman. You just know that you deal with this bullshit. But for 15-year-old Binks, he's just like, oh no, like you shouldn't say that shit about my sister and like whatever the fuck. Blah, 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 blah.
You're absolutely right because the whole time she's just like, leave it alone. Who cares? Whatever.
Leave it alone. Like it's no big deal. Yeah. And then she has to be the one to go, and she's just thinking like, well, I'm trying to get this like $608. Like he trashed my brother's bike. Like blah da da da, and it's just like she's the older sister. Of that, and yeah, she's the older sister. She just has that. And as somebody who's a younger brother to an older sister, it's just that thing. And you get it too, Pete, because
all three of us are.
All three of you. Yeah. Like you have like older sisters, like older siblings. And so it's a thing of like, that's who Billie Jean is. Yeah. Like that's just who she is. So you get the vibe.
Yeah.
If anything.
It's very, as the kids say, it's very firstborn daughter coded.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
100%. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Very firstborn daughter coded. Because I know, not that I am one, but I am the younger brother to one, like you're saying.
So you see, you just see what they've gone through.
Definitely.
You've seen that how your parents have treated them before you. All these sorts of things.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Speaking of the parents, we have to talk about Billie Jean and Christian's. God, what's his name? Binks. Billie Jean and Binks' mom.
Yes.
Icon diva.
Icon diva. You know what else she's from, though, right?
What else is she from?
She's the mom. She's Mitch's mom in Dazed and Confused at the end.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
The one who he comes home to, and then she's like, I'll give you the one. Yeah, that's her.
That's cool.
Her.
I didn't know that.
Oh, that's funny. But I love
Texas
that she's about to like go on her date with her giant glasses.
Yes.
It's the middle of the night. And she's like, oh, I got to put my sunglasses on for the date.
I like the date waiting in the car.
But the mom's like, ooh, look at this one, Billie Jean.
Yeah,
maybe this one's a keeper.
The guy waiting in the car.
Maybe this one's a keeper. And Billie Jean looks outside, and he's like this old balding dude. And Billie Jean's like, yeah, he looks nice. She's not like, ooh, gross, mom. She's like, yeah, go get it.
Yeah, go ahead. Do it. Girl.
I was like, awesome.
That's what you do. Yeah. Like that's just as a kid of a single mom. Yeah. Like that's just what it's like. Go
She's
off, girl.
like, you better work. You better work, mom. Go get this date. Take off those glasses. Let him see your beautiful eyes. Yeah. But yeah, the mom is amazing. I'm like, oh, holy shit.
I love her.
Yeah. And Hubie's dad So gross. This actor.
Ugh.
Oh my God.
I was looking up what I might know this actor from. He has one of those faces, like you've seen him
He
in other
does.
movies.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I really wanted? Because he, like we said, he gets accidentally shot in the shoulder by Binks.
Yes.
And this, like, he is trying to assault Billie Jean. Right?
Yeah.
It is gross.
Mhm.
It's, ugly. It's awful. And he gets shot in the arm. And the whole time, he's wearing his arm in a sling for the rest of the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's very like, oh, this guy's milking it. He's playing it up,
Yeah.
I was trying not to say, like, we've kind of seen things like this recently. And at one point, I really wanted him, especially at the end when he's, like, trying to pick up all the merch, I wanted him to use his, like, supposedly, like, lame arm. Just to kind of be like, oh, wait, that was fake the whole time, too. Like, he's actually been better for a while now. But they didn't do that. But, yeah. Hubie's dad is good. All the characters in this movie have the craziest names.
I know.
Binks,
Butter.
Hubie.
Where does that come from?
Yeah, what is Yardley Smith's name?
Ophelia.
Putter is
Putter.
Yardley Smith.
But then when Ophelia and Putter like turn themselves in and Putter's mom comes to get her at the jail, she says like a last name. So Putter is her first. It's not even like, oh, we're just calling her last name.
Putter Jacks.
Yeah, she's like, Putter Jacks. Like, what?
Mommy.
What? Mommy. But like, what in the hell is that Putter?
Yes.
And Ophelia and Hubie and I mean, okay, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes,
the sister,
Ophelia?
Martha Galeman.
Gaiman, yeah.
Gaiman. She is the daughter of Estelle Parsons.
Yes, she is.
Oh, from Roseanne.
From Roseanne.
How
How do you
about
like that?
Oh, I didn't know
How do you like that?
I remember her also from Practical Magic.
Yes,
Because she
is
was
in
one of the
Practical
mean
Magic.
town ladies.
Yes, she was.
That says, I always wanted to see inside your house ever since I was a little girl.
Uh-huh.
I always remember her from that movie.
Yep. She's absolutely in that movie. And she is one of the co-artistic directors of the Actors Studio.
Oh, how
because
about
her
that?
mother.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oscar nominee.
Amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oscar winner.
Estelle won an
Oscar
Oscar.
winner.
Estelle
yeah.
won for Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh, get out of here.
Yes, she did.
That's funny. I always forget. I just think she's nominated for that. Okay. Cool.
Favorite Nepo baby, obviously.
It's so funny because this movie, obviously it's the 80s, right? But you kind of think about like the quote unquote social media aspect of what happens. Like it is a social media
It would be interesting to see how
right?
this would
like,
translate to a contemporary movie because
Right.
I don't think you would have to change all that much. Like you would clearly have to put in cell phones, Instagram, and maybe YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think it kind of fits right into the story.
Yeah,
I think so, too.
Totally. But yeah, just the way that the kids start, the press picks up on it, the media picks up on the story, and because they're kids, it becomes sensationalized, and there's like sightings all over the state of Texas that are impossible sightings because they're across. Texas is fucking huge, right? As we all know, like it's gigantic. And so some of these sightings are impossible. So obviously people are just like calling in fake sightings, blah, blah, blah. But all the kids are the ones that are like, when they see them, they're just like, oh, you're Billie Jean. And that scene in the convenience store where they first leave town and, Putter's just like, she wants to buy all that candy and they don't have any money and everything. And those kids are just like, oh, that's my dad pumping gas out there. This is all ours. Just put it on the car.
Yeah, put it on my tab.
I
It's fine.
love it.
Iconic.
Like that's awesome. Like
Because you,
and what? Yeah,
I was gonna say at first you think they're gonna
turn them in, maybe.
they're gonna
turn her in, right?
they're gonna turn them in. Yeah.
But no, the kids are all the kids are on the right side of history.
Oh, they
This
are.
movie.
And I think that's one of the cool things about this movie is that like the community support aspect is so important in this, and really just to see that, and that's why it's still relevant because nowadays you have GoFundMe's, you have like the people who can get the money for abortions that live in states that ban it, and it's like put money towards somebody getting a safe abortion or any of these things. former guest of the show, Pickens, buddy of mine, of course.
Yeah.
He battled cancer a few years ago,
Yep.
and you have I don't know what it was called, but it was that app called Meal something. I don't remember exactly, but it was like, something where if someone's going through something like that, like you can donate money so that they can have food.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Right. That kind of thing. So it's like, this is still relevant today. Like a lot of like, whether it's Billie Jean getting rides later from people because they just vibe with what she's doing, or whatever it is, like you still see it. And it's still happening even more so today. Like, so the fact that they were doing it in 85, you're like, oh shit, there you go. Like, yeah.
There was a point in the movie, very early on, the big mall scene.
Yes.
Which we love.
I love an 80s mall.
We love an 80s mall.
Of course you do. Oh, obvious. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Chopping Mall. All that.
Yeah. And, there's just something about, there's a couple of malls out here in LA that are still thriving. There's like 2 or 3. Yeah. And I mean, there used to be a lot, right? But now there's about 2 or 3 that are still actually any good, right? The others are just kind of sad ghost towns. But they all now have converted the interiors, and they have like these big white marble tile floors, and they're very sterile. It's all white and with black
because they're
accents.
trying to do like luxury.
It all just looks like a Sephora, right?
Yeah.
But there's just something when you see those old movies where the floor is those like bricks, and it just looks like an old McDonald's.
Everything's a little more warmer in color. You see wood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wood's everywhere. A lot of brick. It just looks like an old McDonald's inside.
Yeah.
And we love that. And that's really the first time that the public is there for like Billie Jean, right?
All of the extras in this movie are so 80s looking. All of these kids are such 80s children.
80s
the kids that like formed the little street gang that follow her to the abused kid's house, those kids look crazy. They're all in little dolphin shorts and crop tops. Every one of them is wearing a crop top. The boys, the girls, they're all wearing
picked out some neighborhood kids and were like, you want to be in a movie? All of the man on the street interviews for the news with all of these kids.
Yes.
I love it.
Well, it almost seemed like, especially in the mall, it almost seemed like they grabbed kids in the mall and said, like, read this.
I think 1,000% they did. I'm pretty sure,
because they all those kids looked really authentic. They all looked really like excited, like, oh, this is cool. Like, I'm
going to be in a movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was great, but we love mall cinema.
Her Helen's look when she goes down the escalator.
Oh God,
in the jumpsuit.
Yeah,
and the hair situation, she looks beautiful in that scene.
So beautiful.
She got the hat.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a little like it's that like boho. She's got the hat. It's like she's giving a little Molly Ringwald ish. But yeah, she's got a boho thing, a very like hippie thing. She's very ethereal in this movie.
Jesse, you're right. Like this is a character that's very well defined from her first scene.
Yeah.
That you know
100%.
who this girl is.
Yeah.
I know exactly who she is.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Her and her brother are just laying on that dock, floating in the lake. Just in the middle of the day, cool, just like it's hot. We're just going to.
I
lay
also
down
really
and lay
like
out.
the whole thing built into Christian's character of just kind of dreaming of Vermont. Like, what's the polar opposite of
Corpus Christi?
And I guess that they just settled on Vermont.
Yeah.
Which I love, just because there is something very magical about Vermont.
Yeah.
Of when you think about it in your mind.
Yeah, I remember when I was in college, I went to college in Baltimore and, hometown, obviously. And I remember not my friend, I had a friend who lives and is from Los Angeles, went to the same school as Tyra Banks and all, and Mary Tyler Moore and stuff. And she's from there. And Los Feliz, I think she lived in. Mm-hmm. But, and I remember there was someone else, I didn't know her, but I just remember there was one time that I saw a girl just like taking a photo or video of when it was snowing because it snowed like around November, December. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why the fuck are you like videoing yourself? Like, or why the fuck are you taking a selfie when it's snowing? And to think that like, again, I'm an idiot and I'm like, yeah, people who are from California or maybe Florida or whatever, who literally never see snow and they get to be somewhere where there's snow. It's kind of a big deal for some folks.
It would have been like me going to the beach as a kid.
Oh,
from
yeah,
like a
of
landlocked
course.
state. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Right. Like you're from Montana, and if I go to California for vacation or whatever, it's like, you better believe I'm taking like a pretty picture of me on the beach. Like, what are you talking? Of course I am.
No, I mean, I feel like I've told this story a bunch of times, but like growing up here, it's like driving to the mountains to go
Driving to the
frolic in
snow, which is so interesting.
Do you want to go to the
Yep.
snow?
Driving to the snow.
Where are we going today? The snow. Where's the snow? Up the mountain. Every
in Tahoe,
Every
like,
LA
what are
kid
we
knows
doing?
where the snow is, and you just get in the
Right.
car and you drive for 2 hours. You park on the side of the road and you sled down a weird little bank, snow bank.
But yeah, these dreams of Christian
you
of
got.
just kind of being anywhere but here.
100%. Right. 100%.
Yeah.
If we're gonna tie it into like another movie, anywhere
I
but
mean,
here.
I mean, 1985 Corpus Christi. Could the Quintanilla family be like wandering around in the back of
Possibly.
somebody's shop?
Are they from Corpus Christi?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
that's her hometown. That's where Selena's from. That's
Right.
where the store was and all that. Yeah, I don't know that I ever wanted to go to Vermont. I feel like where
I don't know
did I
about
want
that.
to go? I don't
Right.
know.
Yeah,
You know what I
states
told
that
you?
states that you're always fascinated with as a kid.
You know what I told you when I okay. So
What?
my big thing when I was a kid, a lot of sitcoms are either set in LA or New York usually.
Right.
Who's the Boss was set in Connecticut.
Connecticut. It just
Right.
seemed
And
like such a
it
nice neighborhood.
Seemed so
Sure.
magical. It was just
Right.
like there's seasons, there's like fall foliage.
I was probably like that with New York City.
There's the Who's the Boss house
yeah.
with that witch cauldron kitchen. Like,
Yeah.
can I live there? New York City.
I was always
too.
fascinated of what it would be like to grow up in like a urban environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live in an apartment.
Yeah. But
Totally.
hey, did they make it there at the end?
Are specifically like probably
build-
like
an apartment
Carrie
building.
like Carrie Bradshaw's like
Oh, you want a brownstone?
I want like a brownstone.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I wanted the different
Yeah.
strokes high-rise apartment building with a doorman.
You're trying to live the, I've been watching Living Single, so you're trying to live the living single life where they got the little brownstone and they have a little
yes.
thing. Yeah.
Isn't the
And
exterior
then Max is across the street.
isn't the exterior of that in LA though?
What?
From Different Strokes?
No, that's Punky Brewster.
Oh, Punky Brewster.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
Punky Brewster, which is set in Chicago.
I was gonna say, like, what 80s sitcom apartment building is actually in LA?
yeah, no,
Punky.
Living Single was a cute building because Max didn't live with them. That is crazy.
Across the street.
I think she has some joke about why she doesn't live there, but oh my god, Max.
She's
best
a lawyer. She's doing good for herself.
She's got her own place. She doesn't need roommates as an adult.
Right.
Okay, so before Billie Jean cuts her hair, and before we see that scene of her inspiration to do it and all of that, she's in the mall and all this is going down, and Scott's like, okay, so she's like a Robin Hood.
I was trying to think of like who is Billie Jean
And
like
I'm like,
standing
yeah,
in
she's
foreign
like
pop
she's
culture.
like a Robin Hood.
Yeah.
But ultimately, as the movie goes on, we get that her inspiration is Joan of Arc, right?
Yep.
Which is cool. I do like the way that Lloyd
Yes.
tells the story. We got to get to the Lloyd character. This actor,
He did the rounds in the 80s.
He
He was
did.
in everything.
100%
He was in
did.
movies that I had no idea that was him.
yeah,
know, right?
you forgot that was him from Christine.
I forgot that was him from
Yep.
Christine.
He's the lead,
I
yeah.
forgot that he is in Back to School.
Yeah, also the lead,
Also the lead.
also the main
Yep.
character.
You forgot that he's from Dress to Kill. He's literally the son in that movie.
Oh my God, he is in Dressed to Kill, and I mean, he's like a little kid in Jaws 2. He's
Yes.
He's one of the Brody brothers' friends. He's not one of the Brodies, but he's one of the friends, and he's in a good amount of the movie because the boys are trapped on that weird electrical island.
Yeah.
like for
Right.
half the movie, and I think he's there with them. So he's there. Wait, maybe he's not that young. Actually, maybe he's more like a teenager than that. I could be talking that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But at any rate, he's a huge like it boy of the early '80s and the late '70s. And I mean, does he have a face made for the radio?
He's kind of a hot nerd to me.
He's
I'm
a
not
hot
gonna
nerd.
lie.
I think he's kinda
a hot nerd.
cute.
Yeah.
Unconventional.
Unconventional. All right.
Keith Gordon.
I won't shade him that much.
Keith Gordon, yeah.
He's
God, Keith Gordon's #1 movie on Letterboxd is All That Jazz. He's in All That Jazz.
He is in All That Jazz.
All That
You're
Jazz,
right.
Christine, Dressed to Kill, Jaws 2, Back to School, Legend of Billie Jean.
He's got 2 Roy Scheider movies.
Some bangers.
Also, did you already know that this was edited by his wife?
Roy Scheider's
Cynthia
wife.
Schneider? Yep.
Get out of here!
Oh, wow.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that she was in it.
Cynthia Schneider.
This actor
interesting.
also went on to direct
Oh, he became a director,
Waking
you're
the
right.
Dead with Jennifer Connelly.
I do not. know
So
what that
interesting.
is. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
For anybody who wants to, you can check out the IndieWire article that they did on this movie. You can find out tea about the writers because I don't think the writers like this movie. But you can find out about that. And Keith Gordon's like interviewed in it. Him,
Okay.
Helen Slater, Yardley, all them.
Cute.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
Speaking of not liking this movie, in the IMDb trivia, it's mentioned that Pat Benatar, when she would play Invincible at concerts, would say, "This is from the worst movie ever made."
Yeah.
Really?
What? Yes. It's
That's
like
what I heard.
I wonder
Yep.
why she doesn't like it.
it's like Pat Benatar. It's not that bad, but I think it's
don't
that
know.
thing of like in the '80s, it just because it was a flop, did that equal bad? Like,
Maybe.
Perhaps.
you know, because yeah, like when you watch it, it's like there are worse movies than this. A lot.
There's a
like
1,000% worse movies,
Yeah.
and I've probably covered at least a few of those.
Right?
Come on.
I think the
so
thing
have
of-
you guys.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
The thing about this movie is that it's really watchable. You know, it's super.
would say
You
so.
you know, it's so watchable. You just are like, and what's going to happen next? You know, they're all engaging, all
Mm-hmm.
that. So I think it's just so crazy and so kind of shady that these people that were involved are just like, oh, this is bad or whatever. Giving
Right.
a disclaimer.
I think it's interesting that I did not know before we turned this on. This movie is produced by
oh yeah,
Peter-
Goober Peters.
a Goober Peters movie.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Give me context of what that means. I don't even know what that
Goober
means.
Peters is Peter Goober and John Peters are producing partners, and they have produced some shitty movies. And
Okay.
But they've
John-
also produced some bangers,
they've also
too.
produced bangers. John Peters is famous for becoming a movie producer based on the fact that he was Barbra Streisand's hairstylist and
He's
boyfriend.
is he the guy from Licorice Pizza?
Yes.
He is.
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper.
He's Bradley
Okay.
Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And John and what they've produced a lot of superhero movies. They produced all the original Superman movies, and
okay.
there's this thing that a lot of directors and a lot of screenwriters have gone on to tell these like stories after the fact that John Peters always wants a giant spider to be like the big
In the
main
movie.
I'm
bad
surprised
guy
there's not a giant
the
spider in
movie.
this movie somewhere.
Damn, missed opportunity.
A giant spider. I remember when he was doing The Witches of Eastwick that he really wanted an alien in the movie. And he would have constant back and forth with George Miller about this fucking alien
Yeah.
that
Right.
had to be in The Witches of Eastwick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they kind of have a reputation for being pain in the ass producers. Some of the
like
movies,
a Golan Globus kind of
Kinda,
thing.
yeah,
like not the
yeah.
same, but like I got what you're saying.
but also, but some of their movies actually do end up being good, like The Witches of Eastwick
And Batman.
and Batman. Yeah.
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 But the people that have made the movies are just like, oh my god. And there's the little joke of Cher showing up on set when there's all the snakes in the
Yeah.
bed, and she said, "Which one of these is John Peters?
Which one of those?
Which one of these snakes is John Peters?"
I remember when Tim Burton did the interviews for, I think it was the Nick Cage Superman documentary about the movie
Yeah.
that was never made. And
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
got an interview with Tim Burton. And you can tell when Tim Burton is talking about John Peters, he just exhales like,
Right.
working with that guy was the fucking worst.
Yeah.
I bet.
So so we saw this. That was the
Interesting.
The first
Yeah.
thing that comes up. It says a Goober Peters production. We were both like, "Oh,
Ugh.
we'll see. We'll see
This
how
is
that
go one
goes."
of two ways.
Yeah.
Ugh.
yeah. But okay, I want to go back to Lloyd and
Of course.
our buddy, and we don't meet him for a while.
We don't.
Lloyd's
Yeah.
introduction is crazy.
Crazy.
That
It's
I'm like,
so
what kind of a
crazy.
movie did we just wander into all of a sudden?
I know.
But you know,
And given his history, because before
Right.
this, he'd only been in horror movies.
yeah, this is true.
Kinda.
Yeah, and but he also is more of a lead in most of the things that he's into.
Yes.
So there was something in the 80s about a rich kid who kind of like played their parents like a fiddle and just had every toy. You know, it's like Silver Spoons and the movie The Toy.
Yeah.
And there was, I think it was just this idea of like the excess of the 80s.
The Richie Rich kid of the Reagan years.
And like a Richie Rich kind of a thing. Like we were saying, how Silver Spoons, they said it on I Love the 80s, where Silver Spoons with Ricky Schroeder was kind of a live action Richie Rich. And yeah, we get like the introduction of his bedroom with like all of these monster masks, and he's got all this like AV equipment and a movie camera.
Water slide connected from his bedroom window
to the pool.
This Pee-wee's Playhouse ass house.
Well, I was wondering, is the dad just not really there? Is this kind of like a kid that just raises himself, like because his parents were just never there?
So he's like, I'm going to put in a slide in my bedroom. Who's going to tell me no?
Yeah. Or just like, I guess I'll do it. Like,
But I love
that's his vibe anyway, I got. You know, honestly.
No, totally. But I mean, things like, granted it was a beta camcorder, but Betamax was the superior quality platform. I'm just saying. But camcorders in the 80s were like $2,000. Like they're like what they cost now, you know? Like that's insane. And VCRs were like thousands of dollars in the 80s. So that's like $5,000 or something like today.
VHSs were like $100 a piece. Like it
just for the movie, right? Just the tape.
Right. To buy it. That's why people this is why people rented videos because like you could buy them, you know, this video store could buy them, and then, you know, you rent them out. And then people bring them back. Yeah. And that's how video rentals started. Like, literally. Because before that, like, you didn't have that. That didn't exist.
You saw it in the theater, or you waited for it to be on TV.
Exactly. If you were lucky enough.
Yeah.
Right.
You saw The Wizard of Oz once a year, and
or if it were released or any of that stuff. But you did not have this until it was maybe a little made easier to then do it. And then you have all the fun, like direct-to-video stuff, shot on video shit, all that fun
stuff. And he knows how to edit and copy stuff, too.
Yeah.
Right.
So, that's money.
Yeah. So, and also, but he has the interest in it, but he's actually doing something with it, you know, because he could have his dad buy all this crap and not know how to use any of it. Very Ferris Bueller style, like, never took one lesson. Like, Ferris, does he know how to use that keyboard? You know, to use that computer. That's another one. Just
Ferris
with toys.
Ferris can change his grades, though. Right?
Oh, that's true. He did know how. You're right.
He was able to hack. That's true.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, he was in War Games. He knew how to do that. Right. But this character is very interesting, and it's here where they start watching the new. I love that Putter is just obsessed with all of their media coverage. She's just like, I want to watch what's on TV. I want to hear the radio. I want to see the newspapers.
Because she loves TV.
And she just loves TV in general. Like,
or just how Putter just ends up packing all of her stuff in the bag and just jumping in the car with them. She's ready to go.
She's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Are Putter and Ophelia sisters?
No, I think they're friends.
They're just friends that just live at the trailer park together.
Yeah, they're just friends with each other.
Oh, I thought they were sisters.
I kind of thought they were, but the mom walked right past Ophelia.
Sure. Okay.
So
I don't think they are.
And and Ophelia would say stuff about her dad, and then I don't think they were, but I thought they were. But
did her dad own the trailer park? Because is that why his car has the name of the trailer park
what
on
I
it?
thought too. And I'm like, maybe you should cover that up because I know where
he checks the gauge of her gas gauge. So I'm like, why would he need to do that? But I'm just like, I was wondering that too. I was like, okay.
Yeah, Putter's kind of a funny character because you can tell that in the original script, this is probably supposed to be a
14 or 13-year-old.
I think it's supposed to be. I think it's written for a small child.
Well, no, she does.
I think so too. Yeah, I think so too.
I think that was in the script, and then they just really liked
Yardley.
her.
Yeah.
So they just sort of aged up the character.
Well. Oh, sure.
Yeah,
because Yardley was born in 65, so she was
20. 19.
Yeah, she's older than Christian Slater, in this movie, but her character is younger, right? I think,
right?
Yeah, maybe Putter originally, as written, was around
10,
11 or 12,
10 or 11, right?
Yeah, and then they Yardley read for it just on a whim because she's small. And she has that
100%,
voice,
right?
And they're
when
like,
she's drying her off. When she's drying her off, I'm like,
that's
looks
child.
like a child.
Yeah,
like
totally.
She looks young.
Yeah, for sure.
There were scenes that I was confusing with Maximum Overdrive, though. That I couldn't remember the two. I couldn't remember which movie Yardley is in the back of a car.
Screaming in the back of a car.
There's one where she gets her period, and there's one that she doesn't.
See, but that's the thing. Maximum Overdrive is bad. And that is a bad movie. Don't
tell that to Ashley Cassidy.
I know, Ashley Cassidy. Sorry if you're listening.
Sorry, girl.
But that movie, I find it hard to get through. It's like
I haven't even seen it.
Well, Maximum Overdrive is also cut to death too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Stephen King was like climbing out of a K-hole, was directing the movie half the time. So it had its problems. But as far as bad movies go, I feel like this is just like you keep saying, this movie's just so watchable and so fun.
Agreed.
But when they do see this movie, what did I say it was? Is it The Passion of Joan of Arc? It's with Gene Seberg.
Yeah, it's not the Passion it's the Saint Joan movie by Otto Preminger.
Well, the Silent Joan of Arc movie would yet have been. Everyone thought it was lost.
Everyone thought it was lost
in the 1980s.
I just watched it a few days ago in preparation of this.
Oh, okay.
What year was it found again?
I think it was found. I don't remember. It's from the 20s though. It's like from the 20s. It's a Dreyer movie, so it's like Danish or some sort of place like that. And then Otto Preminger did the one where Gene Seberg's in it. Gene Seberg would then go on to be like in Godard's stuff, like with Breathless. So, and then she would die. But it's definitely that. But people thought it was lost, and it probably tells you like when you watch the movie. So you can probably find it on Criterion. You can find it on the Criterion channel. I know it's on YouTube, but also but the silent one was pretty cool. I liked that one. I didn't really get through the St. Joan one, to be honest.
It was 1981 when it was found. A janitor found 3 canisters in a closet of a mental institution.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And he sent it to the Norwegian Film Institute, and it was The Passion of Joan of Arc. So it was already rediscovered.
Yeah, but
when this movie came out,
just barely. And probably not being shown on television because they're watching. He just has cable, and they're like changing the channels, and it comes on. And Billie Jean's obsessed. Now, we don't actually get a shot of Helen cutting her hair.
I'm sure it was talked about.
Cuts away
if it was going to be on camera.
Yeah. And Scott, what did you say? She comes out with the Sally Hershberger.
She comes out with this fierce Vidal Sassoon cut that would probably be hundreds of dollars to get that haircut.
Mia Farrow,
and she did it.
And
she did it in the fucking bathroom. You better work, Billie Jean.
You better work, bitch. I love it.
It is a cute haircut.
And it's a haircut that's aged really well because sometimes when you see short 80s hair, it just kind of looks a little momish. This is cool though.
Like when Belinda Carlisle cut her hair.
Yeah.
That short haircut was
you're
like,
right.
No, not cute. Even to an extent, Meg Tilly in Psycho 2. Like,
sure.
If it didn't have that little mullety part in the back, it would look really boring.
It was kind of this short shag a little bit.
Kind of, yeah.
But
wasn't quite Mia Farrow. I get what you're saying.
I'm doing Tyra Banks.
Helen's hair is like, it's sort of buzzed in the back.
Yeah, it is.
It's scissor over comb because she did it in the bathroom.
And she did it with scissors.
Yeah. It's scissor over comb. But it doesn't. No, it looks close. It looks like it probably was buzzed with like a 3 or something.
I think it sits really good on Helen.
It really does.
It's the top model makeover of. I don't know if this is going to work.
Well, the other thing that
cutting this girl's long hair.
The other thing that Tyra would say is that her face is strong enough to
her
have
face. The face
part
never
has very beautiful eyes. Yeah.
No, never declines. Not on this lady. Yeah, the eyes on Helen, but like she's got these beautiful eyes. But I feel like Helen Slater has kind of like they're like sad eyes.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
There's kind of like a sadness there, right, when you see her. But and we didn't even talk about. I mean, we talked about the merch, but Hubie has a friend that's constantly taking these photos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we're supposed to infer that that's where the poster of her in the bathing suit coming out of the water.
Well, it's when she's getting out.
Yeah, and he's taking pictures, right?
Right.
That picture that is like first called on Top Model.
Yeah,
that's like first photo.
100%.
That picture is like Swimsuit edition. It's so good. Because
I know, right?
Like I was saying, like the cool little
It's the cover.
the gray crop top tank top and the little like bathing suit bottoms. What the fuck?
I can't get over
I
it. Like,
know.
it's just, yeah.
We're just so enamored with Helen Slater and how beautiful she is. But I mean, I keep saying too, like she's really good in this. Like it's
Yeah.
the beauty is there, but she also has the talent to back it up. So
Yeah, and you care about her character.
Totally.
The whole thing is the Legend of Billie Jean.
Yeah.
Like, she is the main character.
Yeah.
And you care for her because you're just trying to do the best you can.
Yeah.
When she goes to the abused kid's house, she's
my
not
God.
doing that because she feels a sense of whatever. She's doing it because she knows, as an older sister type, right?
Yeah.
She knows that she has to be strong for these kids who look at her as something otherworldly. They see her as this symbol, really. Not really. Like, they're not saying that, but like they see her as this symbol of safety, of security. And that's why they're like, you need to help out Kenny.
Yeah.
And she's just thinking in her life, she's like, I'm not fucking CPS. What the fuck? but she's also like,
if I don't,
all right,
nobody
well,
will.
I guess,
Yeah.
right. I guess I got to just do this because I have to be strong for these people.
No, totally.
Because, I mean, we've said it plenty of times, I'm sure, but like, America, I don't think has ever been, I don't know how we're going to make America great again when I don't know how great it was to begin with.
Yeah.
And for the 80s, for as prosperous as maybe it was for some people, it was also hell for a lot of other people. I mean, like just decimated the gay community, the people of color, like everything. Like there's just a lot there. So it's a thing of like, it's a hard ass time. Okay.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
and
totally.
It's just like, but for Helen, for Billie Jean to be this person, it makes enough sense. And she knows, she's just like, I got to be strong for these other people because they look at me and they see this. It's the teacher thing.
Yeah.
Teachers know that they have to be a certain way when they're in front of their students. They have to be this. They can't be any other way. It's that kind of a thing.
And the other thing too is that like kids kind of know that nobody's really going to speak up for them.
Right.
And Billie Jean is a kid herself. She's not an adult.
She's 17.
Yeah. So it's like she's the perfect like advocate for them, that she's been through all this, and it's like, okay, she'll stick up for us now. She'll go help.
Even though
this
she's like, what the
kid.
fuck am I doing? I don't know. Like, I was just trying to get money back for my brother. Like,
and
what?
the fucking dad's just like, I got some sodas out back. It's like, no, bro.
No, and everyone's looking at you now, and now it's like, that's just like a primer to then what we see at the end. Too.
Yeah. The gang of children.
The gang of children.
Is it like? Is it giving weapons?
Oh, a little bit. Yeah. Have you seen Weapons yet?
I have not seen
Okay.
Weapons yet.
Oh
No.
gosh! All right.
We won't give any spoilers.
I will say I did read the plot already, so I kind of know what happens. But honestly, I'm like, I don't fucking care.
We got to get Amy Madigan that Oscar nomination.
I know, right? Like, come on now. Like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Get the campaign started.
This is only Helen Slater's second movie.
Oh wow.
Literally,
She had done
her first was
after-school
Supergirl.
specials before Supergirl.
Wow.
Yep.
Plucked from
Yep.
obscurity.
We've done like 3 Helen Slater movies because she's in Ruthless People.
Ruthless People. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This and then
And we did do Supergirl.
Supergirl.
Yeah.
Yep. Came from the Fame School, I think. She might have been in LaGuardia.
LaGuardia.
Oh, I love that.
Interesting.
Pete, what episode of Seinfeld was she in?
Oh yeah.
Is she the one that? She's not the one that looks like Jerry. That's Tracy Nelson from The Father Dowling Mysteries.
Okay.
Is she the one where George wants to be a marine biologist?
It's called The Good Samaritan. Jerry
Yeah.
dates a girl who sideswipes a car, then learns the victim is someone he wants to date. George is drawn into Robin and Michael's marital problems when he says "bless you" after Robin sneezes.
Oh God.
Kramer has mysterious seizures. So which
Which
plot line is she in?
I think it might be the one where I think she's married to Judge Reinhold, and he says, "God bless you." I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to figure it out. Yeah.
Not a Seinfeld girly myself.
Yeah. But I always think it's the one where she looks like Jerry, but that's Tracy Nelson from Square Pegs and the Father Dowling Mysteries.
Oh, we might be covering Square Pegs very, very soon
I
on the
know, that's
Patreon.
I know.
Oh, I know, that's right. Hell yeah.
We have to make it up for and just like that. We have to
Literally.
discuss the good times of SJP's career.
This is also your reminder, everybody, to go listen to the Girls Just Want to Have Fun episode of Movies That Made Us Gay,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
That's an early
to
one.
also do that.
That
Hell
is an
yeah.
early one, but that was really fun. That movie.
I love that
it.
episode, actually. I like that movie. I watched it probably because of you guys, because I was
yeah?
like, what the hell? A little bit, yeah. And then I was like, and then I finally watched it. I covered it on my show, and I finally watched it, and I was like, this movie's so cute.
I listened to that
is.
fake Pointer Sister song all the time on YouTube.
Oh, fuck yeah. Of course you do.
That song comes
Tasting
out at
class.
work.
No, it's
It's the song from Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
it's probably an actual Pointer Sister song.
it's the song from Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and I think it's because it's on Rudy's playlist.
It's like,
Oh, okay.
it's
So
like,
if it's Rudy's playlist, it's probably the actual song. Then.
Yeah.
probably. It's like the Night of the Comet, how they have Girls Just Want to Have Fun, but it's not Cindy. So, makes no
Right.
sense.
Yeah, that's right. It's that weird version.
There's a big needle drop to Billy Idol, and we thought it was interesting because it
Yes.
doesn't quite sound like the radio version. It's kind of
I
No,
couldn't
Rebel
tell
Yell, yeah.
if it was maybe
it's a different recording.
a different speed,
Yeah, I think it was a different speed.
or if it just was a different version altogether,
Yeah,
or
I
both.
would agree.
Like, because it definitely doesn't sound like the version that we're used to. But I mean, a lot of really fun songs in this movie. The video that they're watching at the beginning is
Wendy Williams.
Deal Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that song when I was like 13.
I know.
Like, hell yeah, girl.
I was like, oh my god! I love that Billie Jean comes over and like turns the TV off or whatever, or so somebody comes over and turns the TV off. But I'm like, that's a really
she
good,
does.
That's a really good video.
It is good. And Wendy Williams, like, hell yeah.
Yeah. And if they're watching a video at the trailer park, then they probably had MTV. They probably had cable out there, which is nothing.
Yeah, probably.
Nothing
Maybe a
to
little bit.
scoff at in 1985.
I mean, like I said, I would live in this trailer park now.
Just saying.
I think it's kind of cute.
Right.
Oh my god. Okay, so what do we think of? When she does cut her hair, she has to have an iconic look for the girlies to kind of emulate, right? So the haircut is one thing, but she also has the big drop dangly earrings.
Oh, yeah.
But then she has the cut up wetsuit.
Yeah.
What do we think of the cut up wetsuit? Like the neoprene top, like it's a look.
Yeah, so
It's
interesting.
a
I mean,
look.
it's on the poster.
It's on the poster. That's
It
the
is.
look. It's a little Mad Max-ish. It's a little like
Sure.
I don't know, post-apocalyptic.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
I get
don't
it.
hate it. Wouldn't be my first choice, but I don't hate it.
But I'm also like, did she steal that wetsuit from Lloyd? Like, where did this
I think
wetsuit
so.
come from? Because she wasn't wearing it beforehand, and we never set up that she had a wetsuit.
Did you want
Right.
more of a scene of her coming up with the look?
Kind of.
You wanted like a montage.
Right. like a
kind of,
montage,
because I
right.
was kind of surprised that she
You want-
just walked
you wanted-
out. Yeah,
The Divinals to be playing as she was getting this look together.
yeah, because she does
Right,
just
right.
walk out with the new haircut, and the whole look is there. It's like her Batman like uniform.
I think it's kind of a serve. I think it's cool.
The bisexual
liked
color
it.
scheme.
Yeah. I mean,
Not
Billie
mad at it.
Jean just kind of, this movie is giving me those types of movies that there is not any gay characters of this movie, but for
Right.
some odd reason, you just think of this movie as queer coded, but you
Yeah.
don't really know why.
Yeah.
Right. Like I think it's her look that does it for
Yeah,
a lot of
the
people.
short
a lot
hair,
of
yeah.
a lot of lesbians, bisexuals, all the people. And then even to a point I've heard some folks who argue Lloyd as well. That like yes, he's her boyfriend, but it's also could be maybe like a
little
I don't
ducky.
know, like yeah, a little bit like that. And because really what I kind of like too is that, she kisses him at the end, but then
Yeah.
that's it.
Then she walks
Like,
away.
it's
She
not-
leaves him. Yeah.
that she leaves him, and then she's just going to Vermont with her brother.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not about her and Lloyd's
good enough.
adventure afterwards. It's about her and Binks
Right.
I mean,
making it to Vermont.
Binks isn't even given a love interest, too.
Exactly. Right.
And
Which is good.
we do see him in full Butch Queen first time in drags at a
They
ball.
put eyelashes on young Christian Slater.
Yes, they did.
They had time to give him eyelashes, and then we get Billie Jean in her Gilda Radner wig.
Loved it. Loved it.
So Pete was commenting of the scene where they're getting the wigs at the wig store.
Oh, yeah.
Wig stylist on duty, sign outside, that there is a woman leaving with her child that has shopping bags, which we're presumed
multiple
are
shopping
just
bags.
full of wigs.
There's
Yep.
the establishing shot of the wig store. The lady walks out, arms full of bags.
Full of bags.
And big
Full of
bags,
wigs.
too. I'm like, how about this bitch went on a shopping spree at the wig outlet?
100%.
Bottom out. She also
I know
has
y'all
short
like.
hair.
I know you fucking bitches like wigs though. I know y'all. It's the thing in Dirty Dancing when like the sister's trying on the wigs.
Yes.
Girl, I know you like that. Mm-hmm. So listen,
Yeah.
I know Scott specifically likes that. It's like that'd be me. Yeah, trying on all the wigs.
Trying on each and every one of them. Yeah, but it's kind of genius to have this fake out moment because he's got blonde hair, it's short hair.
Yes.
He is a little smaller than her, but they put him in this dress. But at this point, Billie Jean's not wearing dresses anymore. She's fully wearing the
Right.
cargo pants with combat boots and the wetsuit. But when they cut to the close up and you do find out that it's Binks and not Billie Jean, you're like, oh, they put makeup on him. Oh shit, he fully
He has some falsies.
Yes, it does.
stacked eyelash.
Uh-huh.
And it's kind of
Like, are they going to tell from this distance of these eyelashes?
well, yeah.
Are
He didn't even have to have makeup on. It could have just been him out there with the sunglasses. Done and done.
Right.
Delivering
Right.
Lloyd.
Exactly.
But then fucking Hubie out there. He's just
Hubie.
like, it's the brother in the dress. Like, shut up,
Yeah.
Hubie. Oh my
They had to
God.
throw a fag around too. Obviously,
Yes,
it's the 80s.
yes. They had to
Of
drop
course.
the big F slur.
But at least in this movie, it's seen as we're not supposed to like this character.
You're not supposed to like him at
Too.
all.
That it's not. I mean, I feel like other '80s movies, like the protagonists or like the main characters, would say it. But at least this character, we're not supposed to like.
Right.
yeah.
Agreed.
We barely get Lloyd's dad,
Dean Stockwell.
Dean
yeah.
Stockwell. Yeah.
Dean Stockwell from Married to the Mob.
Scott's like, when's Dean Stockwell going to be in this movie? He's in the IMDb. We have not seen him at all.
Yeah.
And
he
he's like
shows
the
up.
gross, like, district attorney who has political aspirations.
Yeah.
So he's also has to make a big show of, like, get my
Right.
son back and all of that. When he
Right.
probably if he knows anything about his kid, if he knows Lloyd at all, he probably knows that Lloyd's probably in on all this, right?
He is, right.
At
right.
this point.
I think he's aware of that.
But he's just doing all this for like the show, and everybody's just trying to make Peter Coyote look like a jackass.
I was mentioning to Pete that this movie was giving me a lot of Thelma and Louise vibes.
Okay.
Yeah,
A little bit.
with the one cop that's like chasing him. and,
Because
like,
I think that you, as the viewer, aren't supposed to necessarily hate the Peter Coyote character.
Not at all.
Is that I do think that he kind of sees both sides of all of this. That he's
Yeah, when
supposed to be.
he picks up Putter and Ophelia, he looks at them and he's just like, oh, and then he has to go and be a fucking cop and be a little. He has to be a dick, but he's
Yeah.
not actually being a dick. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right,
it's
right.
very that. So he's very much somebody who he just has to do that because his police people are there, so he has to put it on. But
yeah.
that's not how he actually is. It seems like, and he seems like the most reasonable adult out of a lot of them.
Yeah, and he kind of sees everybody for who they are.
Playing kind of
I
the
agree.
same character from E.T. too.
Yeah,
A little bit.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. It's a little typecast from E.T.
I was going to say, you can really ballpark a movie of if Peter Coyote is kind of front and center of the movie. This is going to be something from 1982 through 1988.
Yeah, that was his like big hunk of time when he was like really bankable.
Have you seen Outrageous Fortune
No,
with
I
Peter
haven't.
Coyote? Oh, you need to watch Outrageous
Bette
Fortune.
Midler and Shelley Long?
Bette Midler and Shelley Long fighting over Petey
Petey Coyote.
Coyote. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Down for it. I probably should check it out. Yeah. I just know him as the dad. He's Mandy Moore's dad in A Walk to Remember. Not a great movie, but he's in it.
Oh, okay. See, I've not
He
seen
played
that.
Tom Girardi in Aaron Brockovich, Pete.
Right, but
which one is that again?
Not really Tom Girardi, but
He plays the Tom Girardi character.
That is
Trying to
the
remember.
Real Housewife of Beverly Hills, Erica Jane. Her husband is a lawyer, and he stole all this money from his clients.
Okay.
Yeah.
But his firm was the one that kind of was
Right. Okay.
spearheading the Aaron Brockovich thing, and so that character is kind of an amalgamation, but Peter Coyote's essentially playing him in that movie.
Fair.
Because he was even an old man then, but.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't think about that. It's very E.T., he's an authority figure.
Kind of like a bureaucrat.
He's an authority figure,
that's
but
sympathetic.
He's still sympathetic to our main characters and the kids. And he still has that he can kind of see this through their eyes, whereas most adults are just they're fucking kids. We don't listen to them. Especially in the 80s, nobody's advocating for children.
No, not at all.
In the 80s, except other kids, and that's why they're attracted to Billie Jean and what they're doing, And I just love the whole thing that Billie Jean is no, we're not thieves. We're not stealing this shit. She's leaving IOUs everywhere in
there's
crayon
values,
or whatever.
there's a code of conduct, there's all that.
The honor among thieves, but she's not really a thief, and she doesn't want to steal anything from liquor stores. She just wants to kind of. All she wants is $600 and an apology, and to kick somebody in the balls,
Right.
which she does several times
Love it.
in this movie. Okay, so I was thinking, especially with social media, that kids today would be like, this motherfucker is selling merchandise
Yep.
and making money off of her, but he's got this manhunt going on. I know that today, one post and canceled, right? But there was no social media at the time. So these kids are just we want Billie Jean merch. This guy's selling it. Take my money.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
But it's not until the end when they see her confront him,
Yep.
and she's just you bitch, you're selling my face,
Yeah.
to all these people making all this money, whatever. And you won't even give me $600. And that's when the kids are just okay, no, we're taking our T-shirts off our back and throwing them in the pyre.
And then it's not even about the money at that point because he gives her the money and she's just you know what? You're a pig. You don't even know how big of a pig you are.
Yeah.
And it's just no, it's so true because, and I think she plays it so well because it's just yeah, no, and then it's the thing of ew, why were we doing this? Ooh, it's not to make you feel bad. It's to
because the kids are wearing the T-shirts because they want to support Billie Jean, right? But they're not really thinking about the money
where
that
it comes
I'm spending.
from, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, and when they do, that's when they're okay, not like this. So they take it all off.
And I think that's what's really cool about this movie too is that it. I think This Ends a Problem said this specifically, but it feels it's not a rape revenge movie, obviously, but it's a revenge movie without the, gratuitous assault.
Right.
Sure.
Because it is,
that.
I think because it is ultimately at the end of the day, this was kind of a teenage movie, right?
It was a PG-13 movie, right? So it couldn't be that, but it was very but it's kind of it's a kind of teen movie, part exploitation movie a little bit, kind of.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Totally.
Right.
I mean,
can't go too far, but
there are shots of them when they are lounging on that dock in the river or the lake that are okay, these two with their bodies on this dock. It's all right, cut away.
Okay,
these are kids.
We need to. We need to stop this. Christian Slater is 15.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Seriously. Hubie and his friends in their short shorts is one thing. Those are adults, but
right. It's crazy. Anyway.
Yeah.
No, totally.
So I guess on the DVD, on the Fair's Fair edition DVD,
Fair's Fair,
which I love because
Fair's Fair.
the Clueless has the as if edition.
What was the airplane?
What
was the airplane one?
Oh gosh, I don't.
Is Don't Call Me Shirley edition?
The Don't Call Me Shirley edition. Yeah. So there was the Fair's Fair edition, which has a commentary with Helen Hunt and Yardley Smith. So we have to
Not
Hunt?
Helen
Hunt
Slater.
Yeah, I would love her to be Helen Hunt though.
I would love Helen Hunt in this.
She's like,
goddamn
why
movie.
am
I-
Are you kidding me?
I could see.
why
I
am I
could
on
see.
this
I
commentary?
could see a
I'm not in this
1985
movie.
Helen Hunt as Billie Jean. Actually,
hell yes.
She probably read for it.
Mm-hmm.
She probably read for it. She probably read for a lot of shit that Helen Slater read for because they were
Probably.
around the same age, blondes, you know. But no, Helen Slater and Yardley Smith are doing a commentary.
We should
on
track
this
that
DVD,
down.
Which I'm like,
I wanna listen
we-
to that.
We need to have this. Yeah, we
Oh,
should see if
100%.
we should see if Videotech has it, even just to rent it.
I
I'd
think
buy
that
it.
both of them are very like they love the type of people that come up to them.
Yeah.
And this is their favorite movie. I think both
Oh,
of them
yeah.
love that. Even probably Christian too.
Well, Helen kind of leaned into the 40th anniversary. Didn't she post a lot about it on her socials?
She did.
Yeah.
And also I like her. I like that she also is like getting her PhD in like mythology and shit like that.
Oh, wow.
Like that's really cool.
That's,
like
that's
great.
cool.
Yeah.
random shit. Like
that.
she's doing that. And like, yeah, it's just, but I love that people can come up to her and it's between, they love Supergirl, of course, maybe,
Yeah.
but I think Billie Jean, in my opinion, I haven't seen her in everything, but
Yeah.
like, you know, this is something where I'm just like, no, you fucking rocked in Billie Jean, though. Like, you are so dynamic and interesting, and like, you kind of blow Supergirl out of the water. I haven't seen Supergirl, so I don't know, but it's a different kind of character.
Yeah,
and I can see
totally.
people liking it more.
Yeah.
You know, and with Yardley, it's very much I would hope that it's like a thing of like, oh, like she just hears all, and it's crazy to me too, because I'm literally just like thinking to myself, I was like, she's one of the richest voiceover actors ever. now.
She voiced Lisa Simpson since she's been the voice of Lisa Simpson since the late
At
80s.
the beginning.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
literally just like, good for fucking you. And I also like how they both, because I'm also a bit of a Mad Men girly. Shout out Donovan, I know. But like, you know, and I don't know if you guys have watched it either, but like, I also love how both of these actresses, both of them have shown up in Mad Men.
They both showed up on Mad Men. I watched all Mad Men. I don't remember either of them.
So Yardley Smith is in like one episode. She plays a nurse. I think it's back when something happened in a hospital, and she is in there.
Was
You have
it
to look for
Eugene
her.
was being born?
Maybe
in, like, season 3?
Perhaps it might have been. I think it might have been. So she's in there somewhere. You got to look. And if you don't already know this, Helen Slater is one of the hippie people at the end of the show.
Oh,
on
that
the
are in
last
LA?
episode.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Where they're doing the whole like not spoiling anything too crazy, but Don goes on a
Coke
retreat. He goes whatever. Yeah. To a commercial, and he goes to this place in California, and Helen Slater is one of the people there that is like, you know, kind of hippie-ish. They all wear similar like garb or whatever. But yeah, so she's also there too, and it's a very famous ending to the show, but you know, won't spoil it. But it's just one of those things where it's like, good for you, Helen Slater. You got to be on Mad Men. Like, you know, cool. And then Yardley's just like, I have like a lot of money. I could kind of do what I want and pick and choose.
I like that
Hopefully.
show. Give me a role on there.
I would fucking
Give
do
me
it.
a
Are you
walk
kidding me?
on.
Yes. 100%.
That's
Fuck
funny.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess this had a DVD release for a minute there.
And a Blu-ray, yep.
And a Blu-ray. And they came in, they did a commentary, which is great. So we'll try and get our hands on that.
I bet you Videotech has it.
Yeah, they probably have it in there. Yeah. But yeah, it's so interesting that like some of them, like they got Christian Slater, who's an actual teenager. Ophelia, I read, was born in 55, so she's pushing
She's like
30.
30.
You know, when this movie's out. Yardley's 20. Like they're all kind of all over the map, but I don't know. I think all the characters are still really believable.
Yeah.
It's interesting to think about. I mean, we've kind of talked about like if this movie were to be made today. I don't know if they could get away with it being PG-13.
I think that now you would have to change this all revolving around a bike, because you're right. Like you could just do a GoFundMe, and these movies problems would be immediately solved. So I think that
Right.
sort of the catalyst of all of the events would kind of have to be changed a little bit.
The stakes
I
would
think so too.
need to be a little higher.
Right.
Yeah.
I would agree. Yeah. It's that kind of a thing. And yeah. I also love the fun little appearance of one Caroline Williams. She plays the girlfriend of the guy who's shooting at them. That's fun.
Caroline Williams, tell us.
Yeah, Caroline Williams. And then the next year, again, Texas Cinema, she's in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. And she's like the lead of that. So it's
okay.
Yeah, she's a fun one too, who I'm just like, oh, you're in this. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute, you're in this. Like, what? Like
that man who's just shooting at a moving car, like in public and
literally just shooting at a car. Like, what are we even doing? Like, what's happening here? Texas is a place.
All of the establishing shots, Pete, reminded me of Red Rocket. Of just kind of this area of Texas where it's shot. I thought a lot of Red Rocket.
Right.
Of just
very
kind
that,
of,
yeah.
Kind of like vaguely industrial, but also by the coast too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just looked like anywhere. It looked like it could be like, I don't know, it could be kind of parts of here. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. But like you were saying, it's at least they like went out. I'm sure, was this in Texas? It looked like they went out and shot in Texas.
It was all shot in Texas, pretty much. Like Sunrise Mall, which is kind of a dead mall now, but like that was a poppin' mall back in the day. There's a lot of that. I always think of like, obviously of Texas Chainsaw Massacre and all that shit. Sure. But, you know, but like when I think of it, I think of like Dazed and Confused.
All of the Linklater movies,
all the Linklater movies. His producer, one of his producers for Boyhood, is actually in this movie. She plays one of the girls that like picks up Billie Jean, I think, which is interesting. But again, Texas Cinema. But it's like that in Varsity Blues. Like when I realized that like they shot Varsity Blues and Dazed and Confused like around the same areas probably, because I'm like, wait a minute, that hamburger place is the same place in Dazed and Confused, isn't it? I was like, wait a minute, like, yeah, it's a whole thing. But yeah, but it's nice to have that kind of a thing, and you're not making LA look like fucking Texas. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it just doesn't work at some point. So, you know, shout out to LA, love it. But still, it's like, like you can't do it for every place. Like, and this, it's funny because they don't go outside of Corpus. Like, I don't think they ever leave the town. Like, to be honest.
Yeah,
it feels so vast.
Like it. Yeah. What are they going to do in Vermont? I mean, they make it.
They make it there in Vermont. I don't know.
Like, are they still wanted? Can the police not cross state lines?
I think they just decided they're just like, you know what? It's all right. Everything is forgiven because you know what, Billie Jean? You were fucking right.
You're right.
I think so.
All charges have been dropped.
Yeah, I don't know what this life in Vermont for them is going to be.
Well, now Binks sees this snowmobile and he's just like, fuck yeah. Give me one of those.
I think it's just a nice vacation for them. And then they'll come back to, you know, and then they have to regroup because they still have to go to school at some point. I don't even know if Billie Jean's done school yet.
Children.
Yeah, have they just dropped out at this point?
Right.
Yeah. No, what's interesting about this movie, no school scenes.
No school because it's probably summer.
Well, it is really, really, really hot. They at the beginning of this movie, they all constantly have this dewy skin. Like they're all just got sprayed down with like a spray bottle before every shot, just because it's like it's hot. They're all sweating. All the adults in the movie are sweating the whole time. It's just to illustrate like how oppressive the summer,
how hot it is, right?
Yeah, and Corpus is. Yeah, maybe it is just a little trip, and they're going to go back because they have to like do something with their lives.
Well, yeah, they got to do something.
Yeah.
They're like, this is going to be a wild time that they had, and we were just along for the ride at this point.
Yeah. All right. I like that.
Right.
This brother and sister duo, just like we're on the run from the law.
Yeah, totally.
Brother and sister cinema, I love it.
I like a brother and sister cinema. I'm always a fan of that kind of thing. Like, and yeah, it's a good time.
I mean, but the other thing too, like Scott always says, like certain people like just aren't built for that cold.
No,
because even Binks, when he walks out of that wherever they are, he's just like, "You said it was going to be cold, but this is ridiculous."
That's like you when I bring you to anywhere that's below.
This is crazy.
40 degrees.
I'm more uncomfortable in the heat. I'll just give me a sweater. I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
I get all sweaty underneath all that anyway.
It's your physiology, Pete. Just being from LA, you're just like, oh no, but then you're like, oh, it's fine. It's whatever.
I have to wear.
It's
shorts.
just like your physiology at this point.
Yeah. No matter what time of day or day of the year it is, I got to wear shorts all the time.
My fucking Maryland ass weather, it's just like chaotic here. So I'm just like, well, I can just deal with it all. It's fine.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Not a big deal. Yeah. I know when it gets cold. I know when it gets hot. Like, I can figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Well, do we have any final thoughts on The Legend of Billie Jean before we wrap up?
You should watch this movie. It's fantastic.
This one, I would say, was a fun revisit, but I will say this was a fun, possibly first-time watch for me. I'm not sure.
Probably.
Like I mentioned at the top of the show, I swore that I had seen this movie.
Right.
But I was watching it, I'm just like, I
don't think I remember any of this.
don't think I have seen this at all.
Oh, my gosh.
But it was good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I loved it. I loved the visuals. I loved the style. Everybody in this movie, like the wardrobe on everyone is fucking cool.
I wanted to mention that it's this director, Matthew Robbins, is a frequent collaborator with Del Toro.
Yep, he did.
He wrote Mimic. He wrote Crimson Peak. I think that he has a story credit for Del Toro's Pinocchio. So he has kind of a cool filmography when you look through it.
And then he did Demon Slayer, or what was it? I think
Dragon Slayer. Yeah,
there we go. Yeah, right before this, he also did Batteries Not Included.
Batteries Not Included. My sister and I loved Batteries Not Included as kids.
He directed that too. Yep. So yep.
Batteries Not Included, is that one of those ones that's really hard to find streaming anywhere?
I think that you're thinking about Cocoon, which came out the summer of 1985.
Another Steve Guttenberg classic.
Classic, a movie that I have never seen because it is so hard to find.
It's hard to find. Yeah.
But one of those movies that it was a huge deal in the 80s.
It's got a lot of shirtless Steve
Why is it
Guttenberg.
not available?
I don't know. I just know that Elizabeth Payne is there. I know that, and then she was in La Bamba after it, I think, right? Or something around the
Elizabeth
same time.
Pena, yeah. Yes.
Something
yes,
like that.
Indeed.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Oh, yeah. Rest in peace, girl. I loved you in Jacob's
Latin
Ladder.
Diva. Yes. Yeah. Jacob's
Latin Diva,
right.
I love her. Oh my God, yes.
This movie, The Legend of Billie Jean, is available on Tubi with ads.
Yep.
Yeah, we watched it on Tubi.
You can watch it on Tubi with pretty limited commercials, or you can just give it a rent on any of your streamers for about $4.
Yep.
For
Or
48
it comes on
hours.
YouTube every so often for free
that's
as well
cool.
with ads,
That's
which
cool.
is nice.
Yeah.
That's how I watched it before too. It's on YouTube. Like you can probably find it.
Sure,
But like,
just
like free with ads is also shows up there every so often.
cool.
But
Yeah.
absolutely you should pull up on it. It's like slightly queer a little bit, but not really, but it kind of is. It gives you the vibes.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned,
know.
it's like a movie that, for some odd reason, this is queer cinema, even though there is not necessarily
Nope.
queer
Right.
subtext in this
I
movie.
mean, for little gay boys, there's a lot of hunky dudes, shirtless, in little short shorts running around.
I see Billie Jean as a lesbian icon.
I think
I
so.
can think so too.
I could agree with
I can
that.
agree.
Yeah.
And I think also just like the strong female of it, like this is a very strong female story.
Yeah.
And also I like that, but then also like there's this kind of found family aspect to
Fighting
in a
for
way.
the oppressed,
Yeah.
too.
Fighting for the oppressed.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Because,
like
because as gay people, we get to choose our family.
To choose our family. Yep. Mhm.
exactly.
You know?
And and it's just something where if you want a movie that it's just good. Like it still holds up ridiculously well, I think. And anybody who doesn't like this movie can honestly just go kick rocks with sandals. Like honestly,
Agreed. Open toe.
Like I'm so. It's like not even like I don't even understand how bad it. Why would people think it's like super terrible?
Yeah,
like there's
no.
way worse. Like so, pull up on it. It's still really good. Gen Z, if you're listening, please also pull up on this movie. Like,
Yeah.
you'll be shocked to be like, oh, she's fucking awesome. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. Totally. Billie Jean. What's her last name? Dyer.
Davey.
Davey.
Billie Jean Davey. Icon.
I'm Billie Jean Davey, and I want to set the record straight.
And I want to set the record straight. Fair's fair. Oh, my
so good.
goodness.
God, amazing.
Maybe she's a bisexual icon. I don't know. I think
I
she's
can see
just
it.
queer
Yeah.
altogether.
This movie could have used a little more bisexual lighting at any given point, but
There was that
I'll take
scene
that.
where they like got taken by all the kids and like they showed up at that like, and there was
Oh, you're
slight
right.
bisexual lighting in that scene. It was
I can
very
agree.
dark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, wherever that weird lair was with all those kids.
Yeah, like Lloyd's bedroom too has a little bit of that, but like the little lair they have. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love a teen lair, like where all these kids just
100%.
go and hang out. As a kid, I was like, am I going to find one of those at some point and spend all my time there? I would love to, but never happened.
Fuck yeah.
Well, Jesse, did you want to talk a little bit about your podcast?
Yes, Jesse, tell us where to find you.
Of course I will. Yes. I mean, I came on because I asked to many years ago, and I was just starting it, and I have been doing this for like 3 years now, and it's almost 200 episodes. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
But yeah,
isn't it just kind of stupid once you get past like 200 and you're just
literally, I'm just like, why am I even doing this? But it's so fun though.
Right there with you.
It's great.
Love it.
I'm just like, this is crazy. But yeah, if you want to follow the show, you can do so at Cult Cinema Circle. I'm on Instagram and Bluesky. You can also find me on Letterboxd. Cult Cinema Circle on Instagram and like on Bluesky, I guess, too. And then Jesse Kremp, JESSEKREMP on Letterboxd. Yeah, I do weekly episodes. I don't really have theming or anything like that. I just kind of like choose whatever the fuck vibe I want to. If this is coming out around September-ish or so, I think I'm doing back to school theme in a way. All right. You know, you'll probably already see because I tend to just say like, here's what I'm doing for the month. So go follow and you'll see what I've done. But I've got a few fun things. I have, I got a classic movie from the 80s musical. I'll say that.
Okay.
What was the other one? 2000s movie that, you know, is a rocking good time. What was the other one? A horror movie that was the introduction for one like director or whatever. And it has like an interesting tie-in with America Online. And then a movie you have mentioned earlier, I'm also covering this month. So that'll be fun. And again, it's all back to school themes. So take that as you will. But yes, so. And then spooky season's upon us, everybody. And I love horror. So I'm excited to see what you guys are going to do as well. Because, you know, you try to come through with some October picks too.
Definitely. Well, listeners, go check out Cult Cinema Circle.
You should.
Go
absolutely.
Listen and like and subscribe and repost and do all that stuff on their socials, and you know get some traction on there. We love it.
Absolutely. Fun times.
Thank you, Jesse, so much for coming on. This was a great suggestion from you. You're always welcome to come back and talk about anything you want.
We'll talk. We've had plenty of ones we need to do. But yes.
Yeah, totally.
And it's fun to see you guys too.
Absolutely, likewise. All right, Jesse, like we said, come back anytime. We hope to see you soon. Listeners, do not go anywhere. We will be right back.
Welcome back, listeners.
Welcome back.
Thank you for making it to the very, very end. Thank you again to Jesse. Go listen to Cult Cinema Circle. This movie was a lot of fun for us to talk about. I think we'll be revisiting The Legend of Billie Jean just in our regular rotation as far as when we just watch movies. Just something to put on because that one's a ton of fun. But I think right about now it is time to get to our
Weekly Rewind.
Yes, indeed.
All right, what have we watched?
Well, we watched some fun stuff this week. A couple things we've seen in the theater. Should we start with those?
Yeah, so I drug both you and friend of the pod, Justin Allison, to Ron Howard's long-awaited, delayed Eden.
Was it long-awaited?
I mean, it went to TIFF last year, and everybody was assuming that it was going to be on the 2024 schedule. I don't think that it left TIFF with the distributor. I was reading that Amazon, I think, acquired some rights to it. I think it was international.
How does Ron Howard just make this movie without a distributor?
That's the big thing. Is that
this is not some drop in the bucket.
Everybody's
like,
kind of scratching their head about the reception.
What production company was behind?
And just kind of nobody really wanted to pick up this movie at TIFF.
This is crazy.
But it went to Vertical Pictures, a random distribution company, and it was given a weird late August release. And I drug you two to it. What did you guys think of it? So I was familiar with the story. I had just watched The Galapagos Affair, Satan Comes to Eden, which kind of chronicles all of this, of these settlers from the 1930s that come to the Galapagos and shit goes down?
Had I watched the trailer in a movie theater and seen the trailer and being like, this is a coming attraction, I'd have seen that trailer and thought to myself, I will never watch that movie.
Really?
Yes.
You wouldn't want to watch any of it? Not even with the cast?
I don't know. No. Yeah, I don't know.
I could tell that you really didn't want to see it.
I was just kind of like, okay, that looks interesting. Great work. Ron Howard, what a weird choice. He doesn't really have like
his aesthetic is interesting. He makes
like
all
a
sorts of
vibe, I
movies.
guess, because
Yeah.
he's all over the place. It's not like, ooh, what are those Ron Howard
that's
classic
why I kind of
thrillers?
That's why I kind of love Ron Howard.
You know? So I just didn't know what to expect. So I was just kind of thinking that it was going to be a little bit more dry than it actually was.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Having seen it, it was very exciting. It was very it stirred up emotions in you about the characters. It stirred up things where you were just like, ooh, they're gonna get that one.
Well, like a certain type of person picks up their life and goes to the Galapagos.
Well, it was a different time,
especially in the 1930s.
It was a different time. It's post World War I. The Europe is on the brink of cracking in half. Before World War II. And so, I mean, it feels like people could do this now. Like, where can we just go and fucking live and start a life? Although, I don't think modern people have the wherewithal or the know-how to go and do some Swiss Family Robinson bullshit that these people did. Because Daniel Bruhl and Sydney Sweeney... That shit is crazy.
Making a garden?
No, not a garden. Building a house.
Building a house,
on an island where ships come once a year, maybe. Where did they get windows? There's windows. How do you make a drawer? There was a sink. This man built a house. So it's like Jude Law and Mrs. Fantastic. Had
Vanessa Kirby.
More of a Gilligan's Island kind of a hut situation, and he's
it was giving me very.
He's on the bike,
very Jungle Cruise,
making electricity on the bicycle. Very Jungle Cruise, very Indiana Jones. The ride, the line for the ride, not the actual ride.
Yeah.
But Daniel Bruhl and Sydney Sweeney are out there living with monkey butlers and eating sweet cocoa beans. They're living the life of Riley. And then in comes Ana de Armas and it all goes wild.
Ana de Armas, kind of a fun camp performance.
Yeah, no, it was a great performance.
I think I'm living for what she's giving in this movie.
Yeah, she did really well. And again,
she's having a good time.
It was a very Gilligan's Island performance from her. It was a little Ginger mixed with Mrs. Howell together, but also throw in some Ava Gabor Green Acres. It was very 60s sitcom. I don't know where that came from in my brain just now, but yeah, I feel like I wouldn't have given this movie a chance just based on the trailer or the subject matter.
Well, I mean, I don't think a lot of people have seen any marketing for this movie.
There was nothing.
There is not a trailer, a billboard to be found in Los Angeles.
That was my thing with you. I was like, I never saw any marketing for this. There's nothing. So how do we even know that it's out?
I'm a big dork, so I know.
If I'm going through my AMC, looking at the theater, seeing what's playing, I'm like, what the hell is this?
I guess that it just relies on moviegoers that have these subscriptions for just seeing it in the app.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah. But what this movie does have going for it is some good nudity.
You see two dicks in this
Jude
movie.
Law's fat ass.
Yeah.
It almost looks like there's some warping or distortion on the camera. It looks like Photoshop where you're looking for the door frame to be warped behind him because the ass is so fat. But you're wait, I think that's just his big fat badonkadonk, and I'm here for it, Jude Law. Yeah, it's a strange tale. It's something that a lot of people are probably not going to see, but I do think that I was captivated by the storytelling once it all got going.
They hit all of the main story beats of the true story.
Sure. Oh, that's another thing. You watch, there is a documentary about it, and there was a silent film that was made, and there's footage.
They didn't go into the silent film, which I thought was interesting.
Right. And there's footage of these people, and
It is a 1-to-1. It's not like, and this family was an amalgamation of several. No, it is. This is a woman that Sydney Sweeney is playing. This is a woman that Ana de Armas is playing, and all of these people are so like Dust Bowl ass American Gothic looking ass, skin and bones. Like
they don't quite have the bone structure of
what's her name?
Vanessa Kirby.
Eleanor Roosevelt looking ass ladies. And here we have Vanessa Kirby, Ana de Armas, and Sylvia Sweeney.
I kept thinking
the
of
most boobular women.
I kept
in
thinking
Hollywood.
of and you know that if Sydney Sweeney shows up, you know she's going to get out those knockers somewhere in the movie. I kept thinking of who of this cast has looked like they've owned iPhone. I think that both Ana de Armas and Vanessa Kirby at one time have looked at an iPad.
Ana de Armas is giving like a bob, and I know that that's like okay, coming out of the 20s, like a bob and a woman is fashionable, but it was a little too like modern looking.
Yeah.
It was too full, and Ana de Armas's face is just so like, come on, that face is ridiculous, and these ladies are just like out there,
but you know
looking
what?
like the Quaker Oats man.
I thought Sweeney oddly looked the most period
she
of
did,
all of them
she
too.
did. There was something about her with no makeup and this like Hausfrau like hairdo.
People are kind of giving the accent a hard time. I don't mind it.
You know,
I think she tried.
I said this before. Like, I'm telling you, a German accent is very difficult. A German accent speaking English is difficult because it's very subtle. You know, you don't want to go Colonel Klink, right? But you go like Heidi Klum, and it's like sometimes Heidi Klum sounds like, does she even have an accent?
Both of the
You
German
know?
actors in this movie
You
are
barely even
kind
heard
of toning it down.
Yeah, Daniel Bruhl, I got nothing.
And the kid from All Quiet on the Western Front.
The blondie, yeah. Yeah, I think the accent work was good from them, being that they're actual German actors. Sydney, yeah, okay. Vanessa, it was good though. Vanessa sounded like a German person, which is interesting.
I think she's the role that I would recast of all of them.
Interesting.
And I think that you told me that Alicia Vikander was originally cast.
Yes.
There may have been strike problems with this cast too, that they had to recast actors.
Yeah, I think it was something like that, and people being tied to other things that they had to stop filming because of the strike, and then when it ended, they had to go back to it, so then they couldn't start this project. So a couple of people had to leave, and Alicia Vikander being one of them for the Mrs. Fantastic.
But I think
Elastigirl
Eden is
role.
worth checking out. It's a really fascinating story. The last half hour is really good. When you kind of see everything start to really hit the fan.
But these people who are just like, no, man, life in Europe is crazy. It's bullshit. There's nothing for us there. We need to get out before like shit hits the fan and World War II starts. So we're going to leave and go live on this island where supplies come maybe once a year or twice a year.
And if you're this Baroness
Could
character,
not be me.
And if you're this Baroness character, you're going there to rule it as an empress and build a hotel.
You know, but it's the Galapagos, right? It's one island in the archipelago of the Galapagos. Right?
People
it's
inhabit
this
the
island called
Galapagos,
Floriana, and this island is a volcanic island. The ground is trying to kill you. Like, the ground is volcanic rock that can cut up your feet and destroy your ankles. And, like, it's not like, you know what I mean? She gets there. She's like, we'll build on the beach. And it's like, no, you won't, bitch. The beach is covered with iguanas. Mm-hmm. Not that iguanas are trying to kill you, but there's crazy animals on that island. The island itself is nuts. It's
those
harsh.
big lizards.
Yeah, it's harsh. There's no water. There's no fresh water. It's like, to think just like, sure, we'll build a life here. And the people that did, it's like, damn.
The documentary does an
That's a
interesting
different
thing
kind of person
where
than me.
they interview all of these people that have lived there since like the 40s.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. Of just kind of a whole community.
Yeah,
that
the
went to
woman that
Galapagos.
Sylvia Sidney
Sweeney
plays.
Sylvia Sidney from Beetlejuice. We always call
Juno
her that.
from Beetlejuice. The woman that she plays was, like I said, was a real woman, and she did spend the rest of her life there, going back to Europe maybe once or twice in her entire life, and raised her family and all this stuff. And other families have come to live on Floriana, and all of that. And you could go there now if you want to. I don't know why you'd want to.
I think that people vacation at the Galapagos to go see everything.
Yeah. But I think there's such a like conservation effort. Those damn turtles. People better not be fucking with those animals. You know, those wild dogs
They
on
did
that
put
island,
something
scary.
in the movie that they talked about in the documentary is those big turtles.
Yeah.
Where you see all of these old timey pictures of people riding them. That there's this old kind of story if these old 100-year-old turtles look at you and don't like you.
Yeah.
They don't like your vibe. You're cursed forever.
Good.
Yeah.
Good, because you should not be riding a 200-year-old Galapagos.
Do you remember when we saw that giant turtle in Hawaii? That thing fucking hightailed
and
it
she
right
said,
into the ocean.
"Bye. Oh, you're on my beach. I'm out of here." Yeah. We're like, sorry.
That was a big ass turtle too.
Lady. Yeah, it was big. I thought it was a rock. But yeah, Eden is in theaters now. Who knows for how long? How much longer?
It's probably going to hit
probably
VOD soon.
Be on streaming very soon, and you can see that juicy Jude Law ass. So, do yourself a favor and do a little bit of research. It's a very interesting storyline. So
we also saw Jaws yesterday, and
we did. We sure did. We saw it. In
I
IMAX.
had a good time seeing Jaws.
Yeah, it was the first time I'd ever seen it in the theater. And I've seen this movie many times, and you know the beats, you know the jokes, you know everything that's coming. But I think there was something about seeing it in the theater that was still just like, oh wow, okay.
You can see why the
right.
summer of 1975 audience members really kept going back.
Yeah,
because it's just such a fun and watchable movie. I think it's Tarantino that says. He said that it is the most perfect movie of everything that you want in a movie. Jaws has.
Sure. I mean, yeah, it has a good villain, and I'm not talking about the shark. Talking about that lousy mayor. Roy Scheider's really great. Him and the wife have a really good, fun relationship. Richard Dreyfuss comes in at just the right moment. And he's really good, you know. And then there's
Quint.
I
love Quint,
who we love. But it's also just the script is just really good. There's really good setups and payoffs of a lot of stuff. It's so interesting where the story went with all the sequels, and it's just a good example of like Hollywood saying, "Hey, this worked. Now let's
do
make
it
more.
again.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again."
And Jaws is such an insular story that it just kind of wraps itself up.
Right.
And realistically, you don't really go back to it.
So each sequel, you're just like, all right, how are they going to drag this poor family out again? You know, and do something with these
That said,
guys.
I love the Jaws sequels and how terrible they are.
Yeah, we have to create a scale of like...
I mean, we covered Jaws 3 this year.
We sure did, yeah, of how good and or bad they are. Is Jaws 3 our second favorite? I don't know.
I think quality of sequel, it goes... Well, of course, Jaws is like number
Jaws
one,
being one,
clearly.
Yeah.
Jaws 3D, Jaws the Revenge, and I'm putting Jaws 2 last.
Even though it's got the most people from the first movie, you know, because it has the mayor,
Roy
right?
Schneider,
It's
you
got
could
Roy.
really tell looks checked out in that
Roy
movie.
Schneider is not happy to be there.
I was checking out his 1970s facelift. Do you think that he had a facelift
by
in
this
75?
movie? Yes,
Yeah.
I think he had one by this movie.
That's a good ass.
And he's
facelift.
already so leathery.
That is like,
but it's taut. His face is so taut, but it's like so like, ooh, yeah. I think he had already had one by then.
I was trying to notice
that's Roy Scheider.
the stuff behind the ear.
Yeah. Yeah, very interesting time in the 70s of like male actors just being like, I'm going to facelift what? I mean, I guess they're doing it now. You know, you hear about Bradley Cooper and
Brad Pitt
and all those guys getting facelifts, but yeah. But no, seeing Jaws was really fun in the theater. It was an IMAX screen at the Burbank 16, so it was a pretty much a packed house.
Also, check out, listeners, Jaws 50th on Hulu. We just watched that a couple weeks ago.
That was
it's a little making of Jaws that we watched on Hulu.
Yeah. So if you have time, you can check that out because it's the 50th of Jaws.
So we were scrolling through the Apple Store. I want to say iTunes, but I think it's officially the Apple Store on Apple TV.
Yeah.
And I noticed a movie was on sale for $4.99, and it starred Liza Minnelli.
Yeah, we're in the
that
$4.99 section.
Had not heard of this movie, and I clicked on it. Liza Minnelli. Let me look at this cast. Shelley Winters, Jane Krakowski from 30 Rock, Bill Irwin, Ellen Greene, Sheila McCarthy, Andrea Martin, Julie Walters,
yeah.
and it is this Bad News Bears of tap dancing movies. So we watched it the other night. And
Not
kind
the
of
Bad News Bears of tap
I mean, isn't that kind of a correct description of it?
I mean, yeah, it seems like they all are just. Well, actually, I don't know. After finishing it, I'm just like, Ellen Greene and Jane Krakowski seem serious about it, and so did Julie Walters. But we also get this storyline of maybe Julie Walters has been drummed out of other dance classes. But it's a amateur dance class that kind of gets a shot at putting on a big show. One number in a big show. But it's based on a play. It's based on a British play that's set in England. And it's transferred to the U.S., to upstate New York.
Set in Buffalo, of all places.
And Liza being the dance instructor, I guess in the original source material in the play, all the characters are kind of given equal billing and equal time to kind of grow. And there's not really the star. But Liza being Liza in 1991, they really do some efforts to carve out a character for her and give her some they give her a big singing number. They give her several dance solos.
I think that there's only two
throughout the movie. Yeah, maybe there's
only
two.
that,
but they're long.
Yeah.
They're really long. But I like all of the characters in the class, and I almost feel like there's not enough of it.
Sure.
You know, like we get a lot of Liza and her deadbeat boyfriend. You know, because she's trying to be this like nightclub singer, but the boyfriend doesn't want her to shine. Like he's a musician, so he wants him and his band to be the star, but he sees that people are liking them for her singing. And so he starts to cancel gigs because he's like, oh, no, we don't want to go to that venue. That guy's just a dirtbag. And she's like, but he really liked me. And yeah, but neither of us had heard of this.
No. And it's probably...
all these people are in it.
It's probably Liza's last legit movie outside of probably Sex and the City and her television work on Arrested Development. It's probably her last legit role.
Wow.
That she was in.
Wow. You know, we were looking it up as we're watching this movie. We're looking up Liza's filmography, and we're like, outside of Cabaret and the first Arthur, she's got a lot of flops.
Yeah.
A lot of flop-tina in that IMDb filmography, which is unfortunate because, you know, when you see her hoofing and bucking around the stage,
I'm a hoofer,
and you know, it's very leg up. It's like she's a real deal. It's not like, oh, she's Judy Garland's daughter. No, she put in the time and the effort to become a legit. I mean, it's, you know, clearly it's Liza Minnelli. You know, it's like this is a revelation to us. Like, obviously, this is Liza Minnelli, right? But when you see it, you're just like, damn, holy shit. She is the real fucking deal. Yet, she just kept getting saddled with these movies like, I don't know, like fucking Rent-A-Cop and like...
Yeah.
I can't even think of some movies that were not big hits. But I mean, Liza, you know, she got her Oscar for Cabaret, and Arthur was a big deal, but you know, when you look at everything else,
New York was a big flop at the time.
Yeah,
it was. Even though the last like 20 minutes of New York are really good. I mean, it's where the song comes from.
Sure.
I've never seen Silent Movie. Mel Brooks' Silent Movie.
That's not one of his.
That's entertainment.
Arthur 2 on the Rocks was again just a sequel that diminishing returns. Yeah. What is Lucky Lady? Like, come on. Yeah. So, this movie, it was a what, $5 movie?
Yeah, it was $5. I'm glad that we watched it.
But what a cast! And every time Ellen Greene is on the screen, the two of us are just like, but she's not doing the
Ellen Greene voice, not doing the Audrey voice.
The Audrey voice, not doing the. But Bill Irwin.
I thought it was interesting
really
of a lot of these actors like Jane Krakowski or Ellen Greene that are probably really good dancers.
Right.
That trying to act like you can't tap dance,
Right.
and you can't dance,
Right.
was probably a challenge.
Yeah, yeah. Her character's name is Mavis, which I also love. Yeah, it was such an interesting story to just try and shoehorn in. Like, okay, they're gonna have their big shot. They do their performance at the big show at the end, and it's a hit. People are like, "Wow, great! This is just some little local." Tap class that people are taking in the evenings just to fill their time. And what a great job they did. And so then it cuts to 1 year later, a full year later. And it's the next year of this performance. They do it every year. And they're invited back. And now it's like this Broadway level number that they're doing. So we're like, wow, they had an entire year to prepare for one song. And it's all Liza.
Yeah.
Now she's because
front
she
and
wasn't
center.
in the show the first year. She was the teacher, so she was in the wings. Now,
But it's
she's
so
like
funny.
front and center.
We're bringing them back by popular demand.
Yeah.
And it's the one person that
wasn't even in it.
That wasn't even in it.
Yeah, and not only is she leading and doing a solo, she's also singing, and you're like, what is this?
But I guess it's Liza.
Yeah,
We want to see Liza do her thing.
No, yeah, totally. And Shelley Winters is in like peak Roseanne era, like Nana Mary, Shelley Winters form, just being like a crotchety old lady, like doing their piano accompaniment. But yeah, just an interesting little one that kind of went under the radar for the two of us. We said, hey, let's watch this. This will be fun. What's a $5 rental? Mm-hmm. And we did it. We enjoyed it. We're better people for it.
Yeah. Lastly, did you want to talk a little bit about Project Runway? We have not
do.
watched the current episode.
We didn't watch last night.
So I'm enjoying this new format of Runway.
You mean RuPaul's Project Runway?
RuPaul's Project Runway. I don't know if I like the eliminations at the beginning. At first, I didn't think I minded it.
Yeah.
And it's annoying me
No,
more and more
it's
as
annoying,
it goes
and I don't
on.
like it. Yeah.
So I think that when they eventually do another season, they have to go back to the eliminations at the end.
Right. I like Law Roach as a permanent judge, but I do think he gets a little too combative with them.
Yeah.
And then it comes off as like, oh, well, you want to fight. And it's like, well, you're being an asshole. Mm-hmm. If they ever got mouthy with Tim Gunn, I don't know. Not Tim Gunn. Michael Kors. I feel like they never did. Or like even
No,
when he would
probably
say
not.
rude stuff, they were just like, I don't know. He said it in such a funny way.
Yeah.
Whereas like
You would get the
sometimes-
Michael Kors one-liners,
Yeah.
and everybody would probably be kind of laughing.
but when Law Roach says rude shit, like Nina and Heidi look uncomfortable.
La Roach kind of takes it all so personal.
Yeah,
too.
he takes it really personal, and then he makes it personal for them. Like, oh, well, you're taking it so personal, and you're getting so mad. And it's like, well, bro.
I do enjoy that you see the judges disagree.
Yeah.
Well, I think especially following these past seasons of Drag Race and Drag Race All-Stars,
Yeah.
where there's not a lot of grounded point of views of judging, that
Right,
it is
right.
refreshing to see honest reactions to a lot of this work that
Yeah.
I feel like these shows have maybe been missing, and they've been too scared to kind of go there with.
Right. That's true. We haven't even mentioned that in this season is Drag Race season.
We talked a little bit about it a few weeks ago.
Drag Race season.
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't even know, but Utica.
Probably 13.
Yeah, Utica is Ethan is this season on All Stars, and I think Ethan is doing really well. I'm really liking what he is presenting. I do think that he is getting a either winner or top 3 edit, which you and I are really kind of on the like reading the edit
Yeah.
tea leaves.
Is her name Sanji?
No, her name is not Sanji. I'll look it up. But the Filipina,
Yeah.
no, VJ.
VJ. I think VJ is going to win.
You think VJ's going to win?
I think VJ knows the type of show she's on, too. That
What do you
she
mean?
gets that she's on a reality show.
Oh, sure.
That I think that will be her advantage of kind of the back half of that. She knows that she's on a reality show.
Okay.
I think especially when everybody was boohooing the picking the lipsticks, she seemed to get it. of that. This is what we signed up for. So fucking pull Antonio's lipstick.
Yeah. Of the twins, Jesus and Antonio, they are bugging the shit out of me, but because of the edit that they are getting. They're talking as much as anybody else is talking, but the edit is showing them so much more.
They want you to crack. They want to crack Antonio,
which is unfortunate because Jesus should be the one to crack. Antonio is the one that's like first in, just like, oh, this is my first time on this, and whatever. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, oh,
this whole thing of them working together, but yet Antonio is always the one with kind of the uglier stuff.
Yeah.
I think is interesting.
Yeah. The two
of
twins,
like how collaborative this is, and then the other brother ends up sort of.
Yeah, there's a set of twins, identical twin brothers. They're very collaborative on each other's looks. They give input on not just the construction, but on the design of each other's looks. And it's become, by episode 4, it's become a point of contention with the rest of the designers that are like, they have a partner. They're not in this alone. We're all in this alone, and they have a partner. But the thing is, what we're seeing is one of them is usually in the top and one of them is usually in the bottom. And it's like, how is that happening when they're so collaborative on these looks? Very interesting. That could also probably be them trying to get Antonio to crack under the pressure. But, it's I think it's one of the most successful of the newer Project Runway seasons. All that stuff with Carly Kloss was fine. But I like Heidi back. I think Christian is doing some great work as the mentor.
Yeah, I like Christian.
I really like Christian.
My assistant can make that in 20 minutes.
He's out there not giving a fuck. Just like, ew, no, don't do that. Make something else. Yeah. So, I think Project Runway is a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. So that is our weekly rewind, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. But right now, I think it's just about time for some Patreon shout-outs. That was a long recap, so let's get right into our great big hello and thank yous to all of our patrons, including brand new patrons like RP and Christopher, our buddy Callum, David, Chava, Lauren, okay, Kitsch Barbie Clubhouse, Ronnie, Matt, Carla, Leah, Megan, Rachel, Andrew, Steven, Leah, SB, Brian, Sarah, Mark, Deja, Amy, Erica, Anna, our friends at Hetty Drew, Andy, Kate, Pep, Roberto, Daisy, Kelly, Chrissy, Laura, Thomas, Lori, Brenna, Jess, Lawrence, Lisa, Alexis, Thomas, Millie, Ted, Benny, Melanie, Susan, Paul, Jamie, Drew, Genevieve, Dawn, Josh, Aaron, Nick and Shannon, Christine, and Rufino. You guys, thank you for being patrons.
We are just winding down on our summer series of RuPaul's Drag Race. I think that we're going to be doing one more.
Yeah, I think we have one more.
I think we're going to be ending at season 5.
Yeah. And
Relaska Talks.
Yes, indeed.
And Jenks.
So the summer series, one extra episode every couple of weeks at the TV That Keeps Us Gay $5 level. That'll be coming to an end. But the regular monthly TV That Keeps Us Gay additional bonus episode will be coming out. So at the $5 level, you get all that. And at $10, you get all that plus Watch With Us commentary track.
A lot of fun
Another
stuff.
bonus episode. So check all that out. And all the back catalog is available. So even if you make a donation just for 1 month and just do a single one-time donation, you still have 30 days to check out the entire back catalog of all that bonus stuff. So check it out, patreon.com/movies that made us gay. Go over, like, subscribe, and comment on every platform that you follow us on. We would love a 5-star rating and a review over on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And you can follow our socials.
I am Scott Youngballer on Instagram. And follow my letterbox.
Yes, indeed. We are at Movies That Made Us Gay on Instagram. We're most
I did
active
that too
there.
early.
That's okay. And I am at Peter Lasagna on Instagram as well. And follow Scott's Letterboxd. You'll see a little mini weekly recap there. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. We will be back next week with a fresh episode.
Bye.
Until then, bye.